Round one, fight!
Hey, welcome to Malcolm Lay's Harry Potter Adventure. No, but it's his top 128 favorite movies, part one. So I'm excited to get into some of his favorite movies and talk about them and see which ones we like, which ones we don't, and all that fun stuff. So I am your host for tonight. I am Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and yeah, we'll just jump right into it. So I guess we'll just start out with the guest of honor. We'll start with Malcolm Lay. How's it going, Malcolm?
It's going good. Like, it's going to be interesting because I know that I've got a very all over the place movie taste of movies that I enjoy in there, and I know there's one movie that Brian Nusman's been predicting will show up. It's not going to show up. It's not 138.
Yep. Well, yeah. I got a little preview, and yeah, there's stuff from all over, all different genres, everything. So yeah, it'll be fun. So, but we also have Jacob Barber. What's up, Jacob?
I'm here.
Nice. Well, I appreciate it because I got someone to run the bracket, so that helps. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we also have joining us Matt Kearns. How's it going?
Hello, I'm as well here. Jacob stole my normal intro for panels, which is just I'm here. I don't add anything.
Like I am also here. Yeah.
Excitement.
Also, yeah. Yeah. We also have Richie Goodacre. How's it going?
Yeah, like I said, I'm here to provide the context for all the New Zealand movies that come up, and then which will ultimately be a futile endeavor because you're ultimately going to go for the one you've seen. But
right.
I mean, I like that Malcolm has an eclectic taste in movies. So you could get like bloody, Fight Club versus Elmo and Grouchland. I don't know. I like the roundness of it.
Yeah, and I was able to watch 1.5 New Zealand movies for this, so that's all I had time for. So we'll see.
More excitement.
So yeah, more excitement and surprises. And we also have, last but certainly not least, JPO. How's it going?
Certainly.
Yeah.
Oh, even more excitement. Come on, I'll get you to an 11. All right, calm down, Jacob.
And also,
That's
too,
my
to give a little, I'm going to throw this up here. So from the bottom two pictures, try to figure out which one is Malcolm, because I was a little surprised. So maybe anyone watching, maybe in the panel, any of you guys.
He's the one the ball guy's staring at.
Are you one of the chicks? Are you one of the women?
Yeah. But that's from a play that he was in that may show up as a movie on this list. So, so yeah.
Elmo in Grouchland.
Yeah. Yep. And Malcolm playing the part of the Grouch. Yeah. Or as Big Bird, maybe.
I played the part of the land.
Yeah, but to explain how it's going to work, we don't have my usual co-host Austin. He's kind of feeling under the weather tonight, so we gave him the night off. But how this is going to work is, for anyone who might be tuning in for the first time, it's just basically a tournament of 64 movies. So we took Malcolm's 128 favorite movies of all time. We split it in half into two tournaments. We just randomized everything. So there's no seeds. Everything's random. And we took the first 64 to pop up in a wheel. Austin actually was actually kind enough to still make the bracket for us. And so none of us know what the seeds are or what the matchups are going to be. And you just simply vote, and you have to vote no matter what, even if you haven't seen both of the movies. You just pick one you think you might like more. You can make up a reason. You can vote because you dislike one. You can vote for any reason. You like the poster. It's up to you. So, but yeah, that's basically how it's going to go tonight. So, and I just have one last thing to say before we start. Let's
No,
do
don't do
this.
it.
We're going
Don't
to play
do
a
it.
wonderful game called Who is Your Daddy and What Does He Do? It's showtime.
What do you say we cut the chit-chat? A-hole!
May I see your invitation, please?
Sure. Here's my invitation.
Let's do this, Schmidt.
Yeah. Just like we always do, Jenkins.
Jacob. Oh, sorry.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
I mean, come on, I just don't see a problem here. Let's just do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm pumped.
You serious?
Second intro's done. Oh,
All
you're
right. Yeah, so we got the first matchup up there. We're ready to roll. So it looks like, let's see what Harry Potter movie that is.
That is Order of the Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix.
Okay, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix versus Hook. All right. So Ross Bristow, if you're watching, Hook is here for you. I know he's like obsessed with that movie. But we'll start at the bottom of the ladder with JPO this time. So which one you want to go for?
It's a good round one for me here. First game, rather. I like both of these. I like Order of the Phoenix. I mean, there's not a bad Potter, in my opinion. Maybe just because it's the only one. I find it very charming. It's definitely an old school VHS watch for me. I'm going to give my vote to Hook this time.
Yeah. Sounds good. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm sort of in a similar mindset. I love, I don't think there's a bad Harry Potter, but given who's, top 128 this is, and given that it's not my favorite Harry Potter, I think Harry Potter will come up again at some point. Hope in this list, hopefully. So I am going to show some love for Hook. Right, Jordan.
Jordan's muted himself, but Matt, what you voted for?
I really love both of these movies. But I think I have to give it to Order of the Phoenix since that is my favorite of the Harry Potter films.
I guess it's my turn to go.
You're
We
muted,
can't hear it, Jordan. But yeah, I love Order of the Phoenix. And Richie's right, there may be another Harry Potter movie that's coming up, but I'm going to go Hook on this.
Yeah, sorry guys, my mic fell on the floor for a second and it just automatically muted me. So, but Jake, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm of a similar mindset of the JPO and Richie. I don't think there's a bad Potter movie, but Hook is also really good. And so banking on another Harry Potter making it, hopefully one that I really like. If it's not, I'll still be okay with that because there's not really a bad Harry Potter movie. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Hook as well.
Yeah, this one's interesting because they're both pretty close for me, but I really like Order of the Phoenix. I kind of like their going to that house, the little hideout that they have, and like all gathering to kind of group together to stop evil in the wizarding world. So I think I'll go with Order of the Phoenix. So
Right.
yeah,
Hook will move on.
Be
4-2.
Hook. Where's the hook?
In the next matchup, we have the Cabin in the Woods going up against Evil
Ooh.
Dead 2.
Got a horror matchup. I like it. Richie, what do you got?
Yeah, man. I was hoping that wouldn't be first because
It's a tough
The
matchup.
hard ones,
Yeah,
so
you're
you're
going
first. Yeah.
I really like both of these. I guess Cabin in the Woods. When you talk about that ending, it's amazing. But I guess I think it's Evil Dead started it all. I don't know. I don't know if you get Cabin. Maybe you don't get Cabin in the Woods if Evil Dead 2 and Evil Dead franchise existed. So didn't exist. So I'm going to say Evil Dead 2.
Yeah. Sounds good. Matt.
So this is actually pretty easy for me. I have to vote Evil Dead 2 since I haven't seen Cabin in the Woods, even though I'm more an Army of Darkness fan. But Evil Dead 2 is great.
Yeah. Malcolm. What you got?
Yeah, this is an interesting one here because Cabin in the Woods is one that I've seen multiple times and but Evil Dead 2 as well. Because for the longest time, the Evil Dead franchise was a big blind spot for me. I watched them all for the first time that year and just loved Evil Dead 2 that much that it just sort of shot into my list. Is probably when I'm definitely going to go back again. So I'm going to go Evil Dead 2.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
I enjoy both these movies. Evil Dead 2 is a very recent first time watch for me, as is Cabin in the Woods. So I think I'll just go with the one I had a little bit more fun with, and that's Cabin in the Woods. That ending is great.
Yeah. I think that these are pretty close. I think Evil Dead 2. When I first saw it, I wasn't a big fan, but it's grown on me. I've given it a rewatch, and it's slowly growing on me. But yeah, Cabin in the Woods though is awesome. Like, not only one of the best endings to a horror movie, but just one of the best endings to a movie. Period. Like, it's just really, really good and pretty creative. How fast that they wrote the movie. I think it was written in like a weekend, something like that. But and yeah, I'm gonna go Cabin in the Woods. JPO, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards one over the other. I like Evil Dead 2, the whole franchise. I got some love for it. Looking forward to the new one. But man, I love me some Cabin in the Woods here. Even more than the ending, man. I love the humor. I love the entire script. Even the opening, which is non-horror, of just Woodford and Jenkins just kind of chit-chatting. I love the segues when we go back to them. I think the entire movie is a banger, as the cool kids say. So Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
And
Richie.
with
You were first. Okay.
With that, we have a tie. And so the way the tiebreaker works is we just start at the bottom of the ladder and it rotates. So you're sticking with Cabin, you're switching.
So luckily, I don't have to champion Joss Whedon. We can champion Drew Goddard, who directed it. So Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Cabin in the Woods.
Our next matchup, we have Pokemon, the first movie, going up against Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
We got an animation
That's an
matchup.
interesting matchup.
Yeah. And it'll be Matt first. So,
So once again, like last round, this is pretty easy for me. I have to vote for the only one I've seen, which is Pokemon, the first movie, which I still own. I was cleaning out some stuff. I still own my junior novelization of this movie from when I was a kid.
Oh wow. Nice.
Yeah, with like in the middle, it has like 5 pictures from the movie and everything. I miss when they did those for movies. They don't do that now. I want the Top Gun junior novelization.
Yeah, like I still have the Star Wars one, so yeah. But Malcolm, what do you think here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big Pokemon fan. Like, growing up, I used to watch Pokemon all the time. I've still it's one of those anime shows that I've been watching a long time. And yes, I know Chippendale Rescue Rangers is a recent-ish movie. It came out last year, but it's one that I watched at least 2 times because I just really enjoyed it. Like, I think I watched it twice on the same weekend because I wanted to refresh myself when I did a review of JPO on it. So I'm going to go Pokemon though.
Yeah,
we're not going to give you too much shit, man. As long as it didn't come out the week of your tournament fight.
Yeah, like someone's, yeah.
Watch Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania will be showing up, but
yeah, right.
I'll be on part 2.
Yeah, one that's not even released yet. Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
Oh, man, I was gonna use the argument that sometimes you gotta let nostalgia take over, but like that's both movies here because Chippendale is just full of flashbacks to my childhood. Oh man, if you put both of these movies in front of me, which one would I want to watch?
The Barber classic.
And sometimes I just have to go there to make a decision. Right now, I'm leaning towards Chippendale. It's more fresh in my mind, and I just have a really good time with it.
Yeah. I think the Pokemon, the first movie, came out right about the time my love for Pokemon kind of started to fade away. Because it was about 8th grade going into high school for me, And like I remember that as a kid, I was a huge Pokemon fan. I played the first few games that came out. I collected cards, all that stuff. And then when I got into 8th grade, like people were like, why do you still like Pokemon? You're in 8th grade. Like that's not cool anymore. And I gave into peer pressure, and I was like, yeah, maybe it's not that cool anymore. And I do still have a notebook of all the Pokemon that I would draw by hand. I can actually draw pretty well if I take my time. But and yeah, so like I'm not as big a fan here, but Chip and Dale though was a great surprise. Like it was just so good. Like it's the best live action hybrid to me since Roger Rabbit. And yeah, like it was really, really good. It made my honorable mentions list for movies of 2022. So I'll vote Chip and Dale.
Fuck those kids, man. You like what you like, okay? You don't
yeah, sure. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
You know what else isn't cool, guys? Peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. That's pressure.
I hope you grew up.
Now smoke this weed.
I hope you picked on them. I hope you grew up and picked on them. You know what they do?
No, go pick the movie I voted for, Jordan.
Wait,
yeah, right.
Richie, what's your logic? I hope you grew up and became a bigger dick. Like, what was that? That's
I
hope you picked up.
I don't know. You know,
eye for an eye, leave the world blind,
it
Richie.
It happens. It happens.
Well, gave them wedgies.
Someone learned the wrong lesson from Harvey Dent in The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Well, Jordan, what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, if this was 10-year-old me on tournament fights, I would totally be like Pokemon. I loved this first movie here, man. Might have shed a tear when you thought Pikachu died. Mewtwo. But like, yeah, again, Chip and Dale was I think right around kind of like you said, like right around that 10, maybe 15 mark for me. I really dug it here. I was kind of looking forward to the idea of it just based on the fact that I'm not a Chip and Dale guy, neither for nor against. But then when you see it's kind of like the Lonely Island people and the voice acting and then the humor they went with works on so many levels here. I really dug it. So Chip and Dale.
Yeah. And Richie, what do you think?
I just thought a good idea for like a tournament fight would just be like just have a whole bunch of random movies, and we've got to guess if two movies in front of him, which one would Jacob pick?
Yeah, there you go. Yes.
I'm kind of being how serious. I think that'd be fun. But yeah, and also talking about novelizations, I have the novelization of the Marine with John Cena. Don't know why.
Yeah.
Don't have a room. But yeah, in regards to this movie, yeah, I have a lot of nostalgia for Pokemon the first movie. I was a huge Pokemon guy growing up. I think it was when the first game was like because my friends who are also my neighbors like, oh, which one you got, Pokemon Blue or Pokemon Red? I was a blue guy, but yeah. But yeah, the movie's really, really good. Yeah, back when Pokemon had 151, not 900 now or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, I haven't really got around to yet. I've seen bits and pieces, but I haven't got around to it yet. So I'm gonna go full nostalgia and go to one I watched as a kid, and I'm gonna go Pokemon the first movie, even though Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers is probably a better movie.
Yeah.
Right. Well, now
Let
me peer pressure you into changing your vote for the tiebreaker.
Yeah, no. I was gonna say.
Well, you know what? I've spoken out against peer pressure, so no. Pokemon first movie.
I tried.
Well, were you a Squirtle guy, a Charmander guy?
Oh man, I think I always picked Charmander. I think I
would.
For me, and this should be no surprise for you guys that know me, Snorlax.
Squirtle was mine.
I know we're like a PG show.
I'd probably more Charmander, yeah.
But I definitely at first heard, "Are you a squirter?" And I was like,
"What? I barely know her."
Yeah, that's a whole different game. Right
Welcome to Tournament Fights After Dark.
After Dark.
After Dark.
Where we vote on True Lies and Jojo Rabbit, starting with Mel.
Yeah.
I can't wait until you do you do what's coming up next, and you're like, "Oh, we've got Tournament Fights After Dark." Favorite porn movies.
Yeah.
That's a Patreon exclusive.
Yeah. Next up, we got Debbie Does Dallas versus Taboo. Okay, what you got? Malcolm.
But anyway,
Taboo was shot better. I'm just saying, Taboo was shot better.
Yeah.
I really know how to work the angles.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the story in Debbie Does Dallas is
Yeah, it's got better writing.
All right, back on track, Malcolm.
But anyway, for this match, like True Lies is a movie that I only just saw sort of at the start of the year. It's been one I've been meaning to get to ever since I was put on Disney Plus. I watched it. I didn't expect to like it as much for it to jump into my top 128. But I do have Jojo Rabbit higher, and maybe in time True Lies will climb up there as well. I don't know, but Jojo Rabbit is higher at the moment, so I'm going to go Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah. Well, Jacob, what do you think?
I'll keep this one short and sweet. Haven't seen True Lies, so I'm going to go Jojo Rabbit.
Ooh, all right. Well, maybe once they finally release it on the Blu-ray, you can check it out then. See it for the first time out.
Yeah. Or if,
in
I don't think
HD.
it's streaming anywhere.
I don't think
If
so
you have
either,
a VPN, you can watch it on New Zealand Disney Plus.
Oh, there you go.
This episode brought to you by NordVPN.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yep. Not a sponsor yet, but please. Yeah, but for me, I think the True Lies is great. Like it is one of the best Arnold movies out there. But I'm just a huge Jojo Rabbit fan and a huge Taika Waititi fan, and just the cast all around and the story. I think it's one of the best Scarlett Johansson performances in a while. I mean, she's had a few actually recently, but this is one of them that's really good. And then it kind of more introduced me to Thomasin McKenzie too, and of course Sam Rockwell is always great. He can almost do no wrong for me. So I got to go with Jojo Rabbit. Yeah. JPO.
Yeah, this is a great fight because it's really just a matter of what's up your alley more. Because True Lies is great here. It's a great action flick. That's why people are still even. It's a weird discussion that people are like, "Where's the Blu-ray?" Because we kind of want to see it, in that nice quality. But yeah, Jojo Rabbit, man, I really fell in love with it here, man. The heart, the humor, the best Scarjo performance out there. Not saying that the other ones are bad. Just I think this is next level. Yeah, my heart just goes towards Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah. Sounds good. Richie, what you got?
The problem with it coming, True Lies, eventually coming out to Blu-ray, people will watch and go, "Oh yeah, can't wait for the 4K, which will come out in 10 more years."
Yeah, 10 more years.
Laserdisc.
I like Jojo Rabbit, but yeah, like True Lies is in I think one of my favorite movies. I think it fucking rules. It comes up here a lot. Came out here like yesterday and did pretty well. But I'm going to champion it again. So I'll go True Lies.
Yeah. Matt, what do you think?
Yeah, so I haven't seen Jojo Rabbit, so I have to go with True Lies. And I love True Lies anyway. And I was talking about this with Abe on Take 3 the other day. I think it's the last James Cameron movie he's made that I like.
Yeah, that's probably
me
too, actually. Yeah, I would agree with you.
Yeah, I did. I don't know if I agree, but I do say that I probably like his sort of smaller scale movies. I like True Lies.
It's the only straightforward action movie he ever made.
I like how True Lies is a smaller scale somehow.
Well,
like it's a pretty big movie.
The Terminators and like Avatar and all this stuff. It's the only like straightforward action movie he ever made.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah.
There's a love for True Lies, but Jojo Rabbit will move on 4-2.
Yeah. Ooh.
The world's fastest Indian. Then that sounds problematic.
Yeah.
Well, he's not Indian.
Yeah. The world's fastest native. We'll leave it at that.
Wait, you can't say Indian anymore? I didn't know.
Based on one hell of a true story.
Well, I don't know if it's Indian, like I've never seen it. If it's an Indian, like from India, or if it's like a native.
No. It's world class Indian is Anthony Hopkins, and he's supposed to be from New Zealand.
Okay,
but he doesn't actually do a New Zealand accent.
Huh? He's supposed to be from New Zealand, huh? Then where does the Indian come from? I don't know. But Malcolm, or no, it'll be Jacob first.
Yeah, it'll be me first, and no surprise that I'm going with my favorite movie, Mary Poppins. I love this movie, the music, everything about it. It's just a fun time,
Yeah, I mean it's a jolly holiday with Mary, so I gotta go with Mary Poppins. I haven't seen the other one, so yeah.
I wish I could have a jolly holiday with Mary.
I know. GPU?
I dropped my mouse. I can't see the screen. What is it?
It's Mary Poppins versus the world's fastest Indian.
Oh, okay. So the one I saw, Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Although I've heard of the other one. I did rent it once and then never got around to it. So it is a mainstream movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Richie, what do you
Is there
think?
something in the water today in the stream? Why is everyone dropping their equipment?
Yeah.
I went in a weird coffee fit earlier. I dropped it and I'm in a very intense game right now. I can't pick it up.
Well, it happens when you have wired earbuds in and it's like attached to your microphone. You can't move. Not a lot of mobility.
Anyway, Watch Past Indians actually, it was pretty charming. It's a good movie. But yeah, unfortunately, it's going up against a Juggernaut here. So, and it's not as good as Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins is great. So Mary Poppins.
Yeah. Well, Matt?
Yeah, I have not heard about the world's fastest Indian until 40 seconds ago when you moved the screen to here. And Mary Poppins is one of my favorites. I love that movie, and despite I know the fact that English people hate his accent, Bert is one of my favorite characters of all time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Dick Van Dyke. I met him at a Comic-Con. He's a really nice guy. So, Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah. So the Indian part of the title it's the brand of bike that he rides.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, the motorcycle. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Mary Poppins is clearly going through because it's a New Zealand movie, so I'm not surprised it's not going through. But yeah, World's Fastest Indian is great. And I did some research on it, and apparently it's streaming on Amazon Prime for you Americans. So,
Whoa! You
What do you
Americans
mean, you
don't really like the tone just there, Malcolm.
Yeah.
You people, and I'm not talking about you people.
What do you mean, you
Jonah
American?
Hill and
I'm sure we'll talk about that at the end of 2023.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I wonder if it was filmed. There's a spot that I've been to a few times down in southern Utah where they break a lot of land speed records on the salt flats down there. I wonder if it was filmed there.
But funny enough, that's where it's set, and I believe it was filmed there.
Yeah, that makes sense because I've been there a few times. Yeah, I watched some races out there.
It's by shame. What a weird match.
All right, yeah. Austin Powers, is that the first one or the second? Okay. Went up against Pig. Yeah. So it'll be me first. And yeah, like
he's not seeing the screen.
If you saw it the first time Pig ever showed up on here, I hadn't seen it and I was like laughing at it. And then I saw it and I shut my mouth quick because that movie is incredible. So, but so is Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. And I think I'm going to actually go for Austin Powers just because it was on our best spy movies last night and it didn't get very much love because it went up against some heavy hitters. So I'll vote for The Spy Who Shagged Me here because it's actually really good. I think it's the best Austin Powers movie of the three. So yeah, JPO.
Yeah, damn. This is another one where it's like, well, just what's up more your alley? Because I really like Pig. It has some of my favorite scenes of that particular year. There's a couple of really just tense, well done scenes. But Austin Powers, I agree. It is to me definitely my favorite of the three. I like all three, but this one I just think it's the funniest of the three. Man, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna go with Austin Powers. I think it's a great comedy. It's one of my favorite comedies actually. So
yeah, it's good stuff. So Richie, what do you think?
This is tough too because also, I agree that the Austin Powers by Shaving is the best Austin Powers movie. I think everything about it works. I think Heather Graham was a good sort of not replacement, a good kind of I guess replacement to Liz Hurley. I think it really works. I think they're good chemistry, and I think everything about this movie works. But I don't know, Pig's really good, and I don't like. I kind of feel like Austin Powers Fire Shaving would come up here again because it always does. So I don't know. I think more people need to watch Pig. So I'm gonna go Pig.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is, last night on the Spy movies, the only Austin Powers to make it out of the first round was the Goldmember, which is like the lesser of the three. Yeah, but
that's how the rackets go sometimes. Yeah.
Yep. Well, Matt, what do you think here?
I don't agree that Spider-Track is the best of three, but it's the one I'm voting for because it's not going up against the first one right now.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Say that there's different opinions. I think the first one's the lesser of the three, but you know.
Oh, really?
I go 2-1-3.
I think they all suck.
Yeah, I go 2-1-3. Yeah.
I hate you, Jacob.
I haven't seen
Go watch Miss Master.
But Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I do like Peak was one of those movies that surprised me, like how much I enjoyed it. Because it's just one of those ones that thought, oh yeah, it's an Nicolas Cage movie, it's probably going to be fine. But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, and I was probably joining in the discussion that Nicolas Cage should have been nominated for an Oscar for it shortly afterwards.
Yeah.
But that being said, I love the Austin Powers movies more, so I'm going to go Spy Shag Me.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
I was joking, guys. I don't think the Austin Powers movies suck because I haven't seen them, so I don't know if they suck or not.
Yeah.
Do you take notes when you play this, Jacob? Take some notes. Right? Watch these movies.
Yeah. Watch these ones, the Mission Impossible movies. They're all great. Come on.
No, I'm just gonna go for Pig and go rewatch it after this.
Exactly.
Hey, Jacob, if you like Billy Madison, you'll like Austin Powers.
And I have control of the bracket. I could just make this thing anarchy. No, I'm kidding. I won't do that.
Well, good.
Well, Christopher Robin going up against Jurassic Park.
Well,
Winnie the Pooh was in Jurassic Park.
I'm not saying Christopher Robin is bad at all, but is anyone going to vote for it? We could just save some time and just go Jurassic Park.
Nope.
I mean, if we want to just go that way.
I might have used the logic Jurassic Park shows up a lot, Christopher Robin doesn't.
I might use that in a better matchup. For now, Jurassic Park.
I feel like in these sort of things, it's just cool. I would like hear Malcolm talk about his love for Christopher. So we can go.
That is true. Yeah, we can go around. Since it's Malcolm's favorite, we'll give him a chance to talk on his movies. So yeah, we'll start with JPO. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate Christopher Robin by any means, but I was kind of ho-hummed by it. It's not something I ever feel like I'll probably get back to. And Jurassic Park, I think, was the first thing I drafted recently in a Spielberg draft because I think it's still a great cinematic adventure. So Jurassic Park
didn't help.
Yeah, one of these days you just need to have like an all-time draft. Well, like if you could pick any movies of all time, what would you pick? And see if there's any fights for it, for anything. You never know. But Richie.
Yeah. I haven't seen Christopher Robin yet. That looks charming. I'm sure it's going to be better than Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Same.
I got to get my tickets for tomorrow night. Do that right now. Like Jurassic Park, one of the best blockbusters of all time. Rewatched it recently. Holds up incredibly. Still the best Jurassic Park movie by far. So Jurassic Park. Yeah, Matt.
I haven't stopped thinking about Winnie the Pooh being in Jurassic Park. Like the T-Rex just standing like, oh, bother. I actually haven't gotten around to seeing Christopher Robin, which is strange because I've loved Winnie the Pooh, all the Disney stuff since I was a little kid. But Jurassic Park is in my top 5 favorite movies of all time, so I have to give it to Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Oh man, I just saw my Regal Unlimited doesn't cover Fathom events. Son of a.
Yeah. But Jordan, here's what you can do. Buy a ticket to another movie and just walk in. No one's going to stop you.
Yeah, true. That's an idea because I'm sure it's not going to be sold out.
Just go to a handicap season. No one will probably sit in or wait.
No, give money to Fathom. That way the company stays in business. That way
make me feel I'm the bad
movies
guy
can get re-releases.
But I just want to go on record. I don't endorse stealing disabled people's seats.
No, if there's someone comes and you move, it's not a big deal. Richie, don't.
I'll be like, whoops.
What if they bring their own?
I know you were coming. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, but Malcolm, what do you think here?
Yeah, I mean, like, I've been a huge Winnie the Pooh fan, like, for ever since I was a kid, and Christopher Robin just kind of reinvigorated my love for the series. It's just, this used to be much higher on my list because I think it was also on my top 64. It's actually since dropped a little bit, but it's still one that I'd go back and watch, and I think it just, like, it's one of those ones that the way they designed this sort of pseudo sequel reboot sort of kind of thing, like, it kind of, it's like these grown up people sort of rediscovering their childhood, like, and that's kind of what kind of resonated with me a lot. So yeah, but still, I Jurassic Park is in my top 20, so I'm gonna go Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
I'm going with Christopher Robin because I think that movie is fun and charming.
Sure, yeah.
And Jurassic Park does show up a lot, and I don't want to see Winnie the Pooh get swept.
Well, apparently, the director of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, is saying he wants to do a Teletubbies horror movie. Is what I saw right before this.
So this director just wants to
crazy.
take all
That's a
things
good
that I
one.
loved
They-
as a
they-
child and make
they
them
were
evil
creepy to
murderers.
get
Yeah.
So is he just going to remake an episode of the TV show?
Gypsy, la la. Yeah.
The thing is, isn't Teletubbies still like a thing? Like, so, like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, they just recently did a reboot for Netflix with Tyler
Oh.
The
Spears.
sun baby says murder.
Yeah. You got the sun with some the demonic face. Yeah.
Imagine if like a grandma was like, here's I know you like Teletubbies, and just go the demonic Teletubbies. It just traumatized the kid for ages.
Yeah. What happened to Poe? Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pretty easy go with Jurassic Park here. Christopher Robin's good, but it's no Jurassic Park. So yeah.
I was about to say, I'll be surprised if it was going the other way.
Yeah. What's my third favorite movie of all time? So All right,
Here's
Singing
an
in the
matchup.
Rain.
Here's an extra one. Singing in the Rain going up against Knives Out.
Knives Out. All right. And this time I think it's Richie.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, as you said before, I'm not a huge musical guy, but Singing in the Rain is actually pretty good. Yeah, but it's no Knives Out though. I love Ryan Johnson. I love Knives Out. I think it. I don't know if surprised me is the right word because I was expecting it to be good, but maybe not expecting it to be as good as it was. I love it. Yeah, I love everything Ryan Johnson does. I think he kills it. Yeah, so I'll go Knives Out. And also, if you haven't watched it, watch Poker Face. Good show.
Yeah, I have to check it out. But
The music video from Lady Gaga?
No, it's a Russell Crowe movie from last year.
Oh, the Russell Crowe movie. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Matt, what you got?
So upsetting Malcolm and Kristen Smith. I've never actually seen Singing in the Rain, ever. I've seen Knives Out a few times, but I'm gonna vote Sing in the Rain just to get some more classic movies to hopefully get further on this list.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Richie, I wasn't paying attention. What did you vote for?
Knives Out.
Okay.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Singing in the Rain is such a great musical, and it's definitely not the only classic musical that may show up. But Singing in the Rain is just one that I can go back to and watch and still have a lot of joy. But unfortunately, Knives Out is higher. It's just one that, like, I recently rewatched it because I was rewatching a lot of the movies that were high up on my list just to see on if they stay there or if they move slightly. But Knives Out I just had the same amount of joy that I had when watching Knives Out. So I'm gonna go Knives Out.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you got?
Yeah, two really good movies here. I think Knives Out is a really good mystery movie. Great performances all around, but Singing in the Rain is in my top 15. I absolutely love this movie. I have so much fun with it. I think the musical numbers are great. The comedy is there. It's a very funny movie. and the dance sequences, like everything about this movie, I love it. So I'm gonna go with Singing in the Rain.
Yeah. And I'm having a whole thing. I tried to buy my ticket, but I got a new credit card, so I got to like switch all that because I realized when I think about it, you can't just movie hop like you used to because they don't put the names of the movies up in the marquee anymore because of people movie hopping. So you're like in and out of theaters trying to figure out which was which. So
I feel so sorry, Jordan, that you're cheating movie theaters working out for you anymore.
Here's the workaround for that, right? You just act like you're buying a ticket. It'll tell you what theater number it is, and then you just don't end up finishing the ticket buying process. Man,
there you go. Yeah.
Not that I've done this.
Well, I should probably buy one. I worked at movie theaters and saw a lot of free movies because I got them, but then I snuck people in that probably weren't supposed to get them. So I did
Welcome to the Tournament Fights, where you talk about how to rip off movie theaters.
Talk about not leaving a paper trail for a crime, Jordan.
I mean, chances are if you try to do that on Thursday, you're going to be walking into Ant-Man and the Wasp, walking out, then hop a theater, and it's still going to be Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Depending on the size of your theater, yeah.
Which actually, that's a good double feature. I should just see them both. But for my vote, though, I'm going to go with Singing in the Rain because I want to get a matchup of two movies with umbrellas. So let's do that.
Okay.
With that and Mary Poppins. So, JPO.
Oh man, Singing in the Rain is one of the few classic musicals that I actually am okay with. But man, I love Knives Out. I want to see this. I want to see sequels to this every few years for many years to come. You know, Daniel Craig solving a new mystery. I love it. I even love the sequel just as much, if not more. So I'm gonna go Knives Out.
Yeah.
So with that, we have another tie, and the tiebreaker this time will go to Matt.
Oh man,
I'm not changing my vote. I'm sticking with Singing in the Rain.
Yeah. And I realized that I can't do that double feature because Ant-Man and the Wasp is Thursday. Blood and Honey is Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. I was only playing once?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's only playing once for the Fathom event, yeah.
All right, our next matchup, we have Beauty and the Beast, the 2017 remake, going up against True Grit, the 2010 remake.
All right. It'll be Matt first. So.
Interesting matchup, as these are both two remakes in which I like the originals better. I really enjoyed Beauty and the Beast. I thought out of the live action Disney remakes, this was one of the better ones, I think. Not that I think True Grit is bad, but I know if I vote for a remake of a classic John Wayne movie, the spirit of my grandfather will come down and attack me in the middle of the night, so I have to go Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, like, I do. I wasn't that high on the original animated Beauty and the Beast when it came out. So when I went into this, I expected to not like this, but it kind of exceeded my expectation a little bit. And it's just one that I really enjoyed. This remake. It's definitely not the last live action Disney remake that's going to show up. But it's just one that I had a lot of fun with, and I really enjoy it. And yeah, so, but that being said, I haven't seen the original True Grit. Maybe I'll have the like the same feeling when it comes if I ever do eventually see the original. But this version of the True Grit I really love. I think it's really good. So I'm gonna go True Grit.
Yeah, Jacob.
Yeah, this is an interesting matchup because, I prefer the animated Beauty and the Beast over the remake, but I prefer the remake of True Grit over the original. However, when it comes down to just these two in front of us, I would probably go back to Beauty and the Beast more. I have fun with it. I think it's a good remake. I liked the additions that they made, even if people feel that they weren't necessary. I mean, obviously, we don't really need a remake of a nearly perfect animated movie anyway. But I think what we got was really good. So I will go with Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I think Beauty and the Beast is actually pretty good. It's one when I'm talking about the Disney live action remakes. I always forget to mention because it's actually pretty good. Like I even liked all the cast they have in the songs that they work pretty well. And I'm just not a big fan of this True Grit. I mean, I think it's okay, but it's not anything that great to me. Even though I love all the actors in it, it's just the movie didn't come together that well for me personally. So I'll go with Beauty and the Beast. JPO.
Yeah, I also agree that like this one's not too far from me. I don't mind either one of these remakes. I'm leaning more towards True Grit, though. I think it also, was more of a reason to remake it to a degree. So I'm gonna go True Grit.
Yeah. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Beauty and the Beast remake. I think it's one of the lesser ones they've done. Yeah, it didn't work for me. Yeah, and True Grit, I think I'm also in the camp of haven't seen the original, seen the remake, and I think it's but yeah, so I don't have that to compare it to. But on its own, this movie's I think this movie's great, and yeah, I think Haley Steinfeld's sort of a revelation in this movie. I think you could tell she's going to be a huge star. So yeah, and I just think it's a really good film, even if you can't understand half the dialogue. Jeff Bridges is good. But yeah, I'll go True Grit.
Yeah. Whatever happened to that Haley Steinfeld?
She was in what? Transformers was the last thing she did, I think. So,
I think she was joking.
Hasn't done much. We have another tie, and this time it goes to Malcolm.
True Grit.
Ooh, all right.
Let's try this again. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. One more time.
Feeling.
The way back and where the crawdads sing.
What?
Okay, I mean, like I did
another 2022 one.
When the crawdads sing like came out a couple months ago.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm, you're up first, so you can still vote for whatever you want. Don't let Richie sway you.
No, I'm not going to. You can do what you want, but yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's where the crawdads sing. Like, with a lot of the 2022 movies, I try not to put too many of them like on my top 100 straight away. The ones I put in are the ones I can see myself going back to rewatch a lot. And this is one of the ones I just had. I was really surprised. Was like I had no idea about the book going in. I just remember I really loved the trailers and all that, and when I went, I just thought these stories was really interesting, and I just really loved it. But that being said, The Way Back is just a really good movie, and it's just a lot of fun. So I'm still going to go The Way Back over it, though.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
I still think it's odd that they made a prequel to The Way Back.
Yeah,
5
right.
or 6 years later with Ben Affleck.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Like an odd choice. I haven't seen The Way Back, but it doesn't appear to have anything to do with each other, so that's even more odd. I also haven't seen Where the Crawdads Sing, so again, if you were to put both of these movies in front of me, I've just heard more people say more good things about The Way Back, so that's going to get my vote.
Well, if you were to put both these movies in front of me, which one would I watch first? I'd watch Where the Crawdads Sing because I haven't seen it. And so it's like one I want to see just because I'm curious. But when it comes to voting, though, I would probably vote for The Way Back just because I have seen it, and it's really, really good. It's another Sam Rockwell banger, and it's Steve Carell it is like a really good douchebaggy guy in it, and what's her name from Hereditary? I'm like
Toni Collette.
Yeah. Toni Collette. She's good in it too. So yeah, The Way
She's
Back.
Australian. You put some respect on that name.
Yeah. Toni Collette. All right. Well, JPO.
Calm down, Richie.
We might have a new contender. We could stop doing the Jordan chose Jurassic World Dominion joke and start doing the Malcolm chose Where the Crawdads joke for his 128. Because
Really? All right. I hadn't heard many good things about it. Even like people that were like up the alley, like my brother's wife likes the book, but like I didn't really hear very good things about it, so I never bothered with it. The way back, way back, I really loved, man. Great coming of age story. Steve Carell's a great dick. Is a great dick. In case you want to let me clarify that again. And it's written by Jim Rash and Nat Faxon, who came off of The Descendants with George Clooney. They wrote that, and this time they also directed this. And Jim Rash is also the dean in Community, so I'm gonna go with the dean in Community's movie, The Way Back.
Sure, yeah. Richie.
I mean, we still can't let Jordan off the hook that much. I mean, like at least
no, but we just now have to not let Malcolm off the hook. Is all I'm
saying.
I
know, but at least it didn't come out the
or
week.
We can just be good people.
I'm gonna pass on that. No, I'm gonna pass on that.
I mean, that's pretty boring, actually. I don't want to be.
No.
I'm looking forward to the third movie in the Way Back trilogy. It's called Back. They just take off one word every time. I don't know. Where the Crawdads Sing, I haven't seen it. My mum really liked it though. I don't know if that, but yeah, and I haven't seen The Way Back either. So
did your mom like that one?
Huh?
Did your mom like that one?
I don't think she even knows this is the movie.
You threw him off there.
But yeah, so yeah, I you know what? You had me at way back, but then you said that they, the writers wrote The Descendants, and The Descendant. And when I watched The Descendants back when, the chick I was on a date on left halfway through the movie, so that left me traumatized. So with the Crawdads thing.
Wait, what happened? Yeah. What? How did I lose you on that?
Yeah.
So, good job, Jordan. This movie's associated with The Descendants, and I watched The Descendants. Obviously when it came out, and then half of the chick I was on a date on was just not interested in anything going on, and I was just texting half it, all the way through the movie, and then she just decided she made an excuse to bounce.
Oh really? Oh damn!
Wow, JP, where did this bring up a traumatic experience for Richie?
Weirdest thing. Oh, that happened to you. I thought you said that was in the movie. Oh,
yeah. But yeah, that'd be something kind of interesting to do for like Mother's Day and Father's Day. So Father's Day would which movie would my dad watch out of the two of these, and then which one would my mom pick?
Where the crap?
Yeah, but I think is it The Way Back, or did you vote?
It will be, but we'll let Matt vote anyway.
Sure.
So you said Jim Rash directed The Way Back?
Jim Rash and Nat Faxon, yeah.
Okay,
really?
This better not awaken anything in me. Sorry, I just had to make a community joke. I haven't seen either one of these movies, but Sam Rockwell and Steve Carell are in The Way Back.
There you go.
So, and I love The Way Back. And according to Jacob, this is apparently the prequel or sequel to that film. So.
It has to be.
Absolutely.
He's playing a young Ben Affleck, I assume. And this is, I guess, where his alcoholism begins.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
I think we just tied these movies together finally.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Next, this is a tough one for me. We have Princess Mononoke against Star Wars.
Might be a tough one for you. Yeah. We'll leave it at you.
And I start.
Yeah, you start. So, yeah.
Oh man, I really enjoy both these movies. I think Princess Mononoke is incredible. I think it's beautifully animated. The story is incredible. But Star Wars, it started Star Wars, and the 30, 40 years later, however long it's been, I can't math right now. It's still
is this a new thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
so what, 45 years? Star Wars is still a huge thing. We're still getting new stuff. And had this not been a hit and been as big as it was, we wouldn't be getting all that. Since I think I know where the other votes are going, I'm gonna go with Princess Mononoke.
Yeah.
Try to
It's a great quote from Jacob. Star Wars started Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing Princess Mononoke in my Japanese class in high school. We watched it, and that movie I thought was weird. Like it just has a lot of tentacles flying everywhere. Then like the wolf thing is. I mean, like I just didn't get it. I should give it a rewatch and like have a better mindset about
You
it.
just got to
Seventh,
try to understand the metaphors.
yeah, like with my 7th grade mind, I was kind of like, well, like what is this? And we were just laughing at it. But
Well, hold on. You took a Japanese class in 7th grade. Meanwhile, I'm like, nah, let's forget about Spanish.
yeah, yep, 7th and 8th and 9th grade. Yeah, so watashi wa Jordan san desu ka? Wakarimasen, Umibako o ikimasen. That's it. Like one of the only phrases I remember. It means hello, my name is Jordan, and I like to eat garbage. So, it's like the only phrase I remember.
Why is that a phrase they taught you?
They didn't teach me it.
I think your teacher was kind of a dick.
Did you eat garbage as a kid?
No, I just came into class to do a presentation. I said that in front of the class by accident, and the teacher starts laughing. You know what you just said? I'm like, oh no.
That's actually a great story.
Yeah, but so I'm gonna vote for Star Wars because it's a classic. So yeah. JPO.
Yeah, simply, I'm sure Mononoke might have its tremendous merits. I have not seen it. Love Star Wars. I love all 3 of those first 3, or the second set of 3, however you want to put it. So, Star Wars.
Yeah. Richie?
Yeah, I haven't seen Princess Mononoke. We'll get around to it. I know. I'm usually busting your balls about not seeing stuff, so now you can do it to me. Look, I'm getting around.
You're good, Richie. We would never do that to you.
Definitely. I agree. I believe you. Sure. But yeah. Like I am getting through the those movies. So I'll get. I will when I say get around to it. I'll more than likely get around to Mononoke than other ones I've said I'll get around to. So, but yes. Like Moose Haas said, Star Wars is Star Wars is Star Wars. So Star Wars.
Yep. It's true. Matt, what do you think?
Yeah, Star Wars. It's still, whenever I go back and watch it, it's still incredible that for a movie that is almost 50 years old, it's still so good. It's one of my comfort movies. It's not my favorite. It's my second favorite of the series, but still, it's an incredibly wonderful film. So I'm gonna give it to Star Wars. Also, because I haven't seen Princess Mononoke.
Sure. Malcolm.
Yeah, so I've seen both of these movies.
Really? Shocking.
You haven't seen one of these. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh yeah, no, I really haven't seen Star Wars. I just put it on because I know people like it.
Malcolm heard it's like Lord of the Rings in space, so he just figured he'd like it.
Close enough.
Yeah.
But anyway, but I love Star Wars. It's not the only Star Wars that will be showing up at on this, either this or part 2. Princess Mononoke is a really great Studio Ghibli movie, and I've got it higher than Star Wars, so I would have gone Princess Mononoke.
Well, the Star Wars movie that's like Lord of the Rings, it would be the Ewok movie, The Caravan of Courage.
Totally.
Right?
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Oh man!
We have the matchup. This is the real reason Austin didn't want to be here.
I know. Yeah.
Austin made this bracket
going up
I'm
against
sick that
Thor
day.
Ragnarok.
Yeah, he like saw the match and he's like, I think I have like or something. I can't make it.
He purposely went to like the worst restaurant and was like, "Tell the chef, don't wash his hands. Give me something."
Yeah, right.
I want my burger raw. Please.
I want the janitor to make my food.
Yeah, right. So it's me first, I think, right? And yeah, this is pretty easy. I'm not big on Paddington. I'm a huge Thor Ragnarok fan, and yeah, I think that movie is great. It put a lot of life back into the franchise that was starting to get a little dull to me. So, and yeah, I'm a Taika Waititi fan too. So Thor Ragnarok. JPO.
This is extremely hard. I got love for Ragnarok. It absolutely saved the Thor franchise. Thor ended up being the first one to get to 4 movies. No one predicted that. But I love that fucking bear, man. I think you need to listen, Jordan. Austin's not here, man. Listen to us. You trust us. Give it another watch, and you will fall in love. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it.
No,
to
I've only
that's
seen
what
the
I'm saying.
first. I haven't seen
Watch
the
the second one. It's on the show enough. So
yeah, I mean, I should probably just watch it just because it's on here a lot.
and it's one of Nicolas Cage's favorite movies. So I'm gonna go Paddington too.
Yeah. Yep. Nick Cage and Pedro Pascal. So, Richie, you go.
Yeah, I love Thor Ragnarok. I do think it definitely saved the franchise here because I thought prior to it that Thor was portrayed as one of the more boring superheroes in the Avengers. So it definitely kind of gave it a fresh coat of paint, so if you will, and it was refreshing, and I loved it. But yeah, look, you cannot look at those bear's eyes, Jordan. Look at that fucking cute bastard. You cannot say look at it, and you cannot say no to it. Okay, Paddington 2 is charming. I can't wait for Paddington 3. Look, he has my money. Paddington 2.
I'm looking at the eyes, and I'm just waiting for him to destroy my house and come riding down a bathtub full of water down my stairs. So no, maybe not.
Do you fault children for making mistakes?
Yes, I fault them every day.
Wow.
Yeah. They need to know better.
I was not prepared for that.
So you're saying that Jordan couldn't get a job at where you work, Jacob?
No.
No. I'll be like, listen to me, you little bastard. I'll be like slapping him around. No.
Yeah, not only would you get fired, you'd go to
that.
jail.
Yeah, no. Like I love kids. I wouldn't do that. But Matt.
I'll be the one voice of dissent. I don't like Thor Ragnarok. I don't. Yeah, I've only seen the first Paddington, but I'm still voting Paddington 2.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah, this is definitely the one. I was definitely hoping for Austin's reaction here, but yeah. I mean, I love Thor Ragnarok. It's was directed by Taika Waititi, but higher up on my list is Paddington 2, so I'm going to go Paddington 2.
Yeah. Jacob.
Yeah, I really enjoy Thor Ragnarok. Yeah, I do think it's the best of the Thor movies inside the MCU. I think this is really where it took a turn, and then
is there a Thor movie outside the MCU?
He did pop up in one of the Incredible Hulk TV movies in the 70s, if that counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally what Jacob meant.
It wasn't a short where he had some kind of weird roommate or something. He was in that.
Yeah.
Anyway, hold on. Let me
Sorry.
Let me just do this real quick. Okay, perfect. But yeah, no, I think this is the best Thor has been inside the MCU in his own films. I think Infinity War Thor is incredible, but that's not what we're talking about. But Paddington 2, yeah, it's so good. Paddington 2 is like the best double feature anyone can do when they need to just feel good. So I'm going Paddington 2.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us tonight. This has been a fun episode. Paddington 2 is your winner, and we'll see you next time. Because I don't think
I like how the majority of this episode
can vote against that bear.
I like how the majority of this episode is just the lonely Marks busting each other's balls. Anyway,
yeah.
What the hell? What the hell, man? What the
All
hell?
right, Tokyo, you can be unmuted now. Up next, we have Ghost and the Fablemans. And I only unmuted you because you have to start JPO. When you're done.
That's the only reason. Yeah, that's fine. I've actually never seen Ghost Incomplete. I did see the Fablemans. Totally didn't use a website. Richie sent me to watch it. Can't prove that. Don't incriminate you? Yeah, I'm sorry. What I hear? So, oops.
He said that didn't happen, Richie.
Said it didn't. I just said you didn't send me a website.
Let me explain Ghost to you, JPO. Demi Moore has sex with a ghost, and they do pottery. All right.
They do pottery.
Yeah, I've seen that scene. I've seen that.
Whoopi Goldberg shows up for a minute.
Yeah, Whoopi. Tony Goldwyn, I think it's the dude that kills him, right?
Yeah.
There's your trivia for the night. Well, you don't know that he becomes a ghost in Ghost?
Yeah. Whitney Houston has a great song in it.
So anyway, as I was saying, what is it? Fablemans. Not my favorite Spielberg, but I think there's a lot to be merited in it. So yeah, Fablemans.
Yeah. Richie, what do you think?
Okay, and Malcolm, I know I haven't seen the Fablemans, so I don't know how good it is, but still, I don't know the off the hook. I don't know how. Anyway, I guess things just kind of. Yeah, like if things hit you that early, it hit you. That's fine, but it's just like I don't know if I put it but yeah, Ghost is pretty good. It did make me have high expectations for pottery class. So I was like, oh, where's Patrick Swayze? Why is he not caressing me on the neck? Anyway,
yeah, seriously, we all want to be caressed by Patrick.
Yeah, man, yeah, come on, it's bullshit. No touching. It's bullshit.
An outrage. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just go for the one I've seen, and that's Ghost.
Yeah. Matt, what do you think?
I'll send you that website later, Richie.
So I saw Fablemans in the theater, in which I paid money to see it, and I liked it. I haven't seen Ghost, but I'm almost tempted to go with Ghost just because I'm pretty certain Roadhouse is not going to be on Malcolm's list, even though it should. You know what? Screw it. I'm voting Ghost for Roadhouse because Roadhouse probably won't be in Malcolm's 128.
Roadhouse. Richie, what did you vote for? Because I was trying to get the image of Patrick Swayze caressing me out of my mind.
When you're never going to get it out of your mind. But Ghost.
Never going to get it. Never going to get it.
Matt, you're just trying to ruin all of our fun. We want to screw the theaters and see movies for free. Damn it! Come on. All right. But Malcolm, what do you think?
I mean, you get in trouble if you try to recreate the ghost scene in pottery class.
Yes, I understood
that. You see, like two students in the back doing something weird with a pottery wheel. Yeah,
there was a Community reference of this.
Oh, they do it in Community. Oh,
yeah, because in that same episode, that they try recreating the Titanic scene in the boat class. So later on,
that's awesome.
We just pause and talk about Community for a little while, guys. I love Community.
Yeah,
I was just watching it today on Netflix.
Yeah,
how about that Dungeons and Dragons episode?
Oh my God, so paintball, come on.
But anyway, look, when it comes to the Fablemans, it's one that I just it was my number one movie of last year, and it's just one I definitely can see myself watching again. Yes, it is a fictional biopic of Spielberg, but it's also one that resonated for me a lot because, back in the day, I used to study making movies in there, and it kind of spoke to me in that I kind of sort of drifted away from making movies, and I kind of want to get back into doing it again. I love Ghost. I've only seen it the once. If I had time, I probably would have rewatched it, see if it goes up in my list and that. But I'm gonna go to Fablemans.
Is that what the course is called? Making movies in that?
Yeah,
making movies and whatnot.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Jacob,
I have not seen either of these movies. Actually, just bought the Fablemans today, so I'll be fixing that soon. But Ghost came out in the best year ever, the year of all years. So I'm gonna go with Ghost.
It didn't come out in 1989.
It came out in 1990, Richie.
No, it's a 1990 movie.
1990 movie.
No, I might have to bump it on my queue then.
Yeah. Well, I saw the Fablemans in theaters. I paid to see it, and it was.
You can't prove I didn't. Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah, right. And I had a weird time with this movie. It started out kind of boring, and I didn't like Michelle Williams. I don't know what she was doing. She was just blubbering and I don't know, just way overacting over the top. But I think that's I guess how Spielberg probably wanted her to do it, but I mean, like, what's gonna work for the audience more? I mean, he's Spielberg. He should think about that. But like maybe at this point in his career, he doesn't need to care about that because he's Spielberg and he's done enough already. But the movie slowly went like this for me. Like I didn't like the beginning, but then it got better and better as the movie went on. But I mean, I don't know. Like I'm just not a huge fan. I really hope that Huey Kwan wins Best Supporting over Judd Hirsch because I think he was more of like a cameo to me. But
yeah, I agree. Judd Hirsch.
Yeah,
but winning
Ghost is good. Like normally I'm not like huge on it, but here I like it better than the Fablemans and yeah, it's pretty interesting movie. So yeah, I'll go with Ghost.
All right, so Ghost will move on for 2. And up next we have La La Land versus Whale Rider.
Okay. Is it JPO? I think
it is Richie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, you do a good job at like picking like sort of musical movies that I don't actually mind, even though I'm not a musical guy. But I love La La Land. I think it's good. I think it's great. I think everything about it works. I think it's interesting that like Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling weren't the original choices. But it would have been an interesting movie. I think the original choices were Emma Watson and Miles Teller or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been weird. That would have been. Yeah, I'm not sure if it would have worked as good.
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
But yeah. So and yeah, but it's a really good movie, and I love the ending. Yeah, I love everything about it. Yeah, but yeah, Whale Rider is also like one of the probably New Zealand's most successful movies. That was a good sort of breakout role for Keisha Castle Hughes here. I think these days she's on one of those FBI TV shows. Yeah, like she's really good, and yeah, it's a really solid movie. So look, I know this is going, but and I'll give some love to some of the New Zealand movies. I'll go Whale Rider.
Yeah, Matt, what do you think?
I've only seen La La Land once in theaters. I haven't watched it again. If Moonlighting is in Malcolm's 128, I'm real upset that it wasn't paired up here. I haven't heard of Whale Rider, so I have to go with the movie that I've seen. So La La Land.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, this is one I also think I know this is going. I love La La Land. It's one of the musicals I just sort of gravitated to as soon as it came out. And yeah, so yeah, I think I know where this is going just because I don't think everyone's seen Whale Rider. And Whale Rider is just a really good coming of age story, especially one that's like set in New Zealand and that, and it's just a lot of fun. Keisha Castle was nominated for an Oscar for her performance in this. And yes, I'm also going to go Whale Rider.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
I think I don't like it when people assume where they know where the votes are going to go.
I keep beginning to do this.
So, unfortunately, they're right this time because I think La La Land is an incredible movie, and I haven't seen Whale Rider, so I'm going to go with La La Land.
Did you do a 180 at the last second?
I did. Yes, I did. Absolutely.
Well, I attempted to watch Whale Rider. I didn't have enough time. I saw half of it, so this is the one that I saw half, and it was good. It was kind of interesting because I watched it like immediately after Sione's wedding, and so I went from like a comedy, and then Whale Rider. I'm like waiting for the comedy. Where's the comedy? Where's the good comedy I'm waiting for? And like I'm like it's not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be serious. So yeah, what I saw was pretty good. I really like Cliff Curtis in it. Like he's great, and the little girl too. She's good, but yeah, I just really like La La Land. Like it. I don't know. There's just something about it. The more and more that I go back to it, I just like it more. Like I kind of catch things I didn't see the first time, or like just kind of watch it from a different lens. And yeah, it's really good. And and they're bringing it to a Broadway musical, so that should be cool. So I am gonna vote La La Land. JPO.
Well, I'm gonna keep hope alive because I don't love La La Land. I think it's good. To me, it's another musical that I'm just like, it's okay. Great ending, but that's my favorite part about it. I love Will Rider though. I saw Will Rider pretty much soon after it came out because it got the Oscar buzz, it got the hype. Even my parents were interested in it. It kind of shows you the levels that it reached to at that time. And yeah, she's mesmerizing, Keisha. It's a great movie. So Will Rider for sure for me.
Yeah. Was it Will Rider? Is that where we're at?
No, it's a tie.
Yeah.
And the tiebreaker goes to me.
Shit.
And
Go for lesser known movie, Jacob.
What?
Lesser known movie.
See, I was going to say I don't like when people assume they know where the votes are going to go.
I bet you won't go for the lesser known movie.
La La Land's
Oh shit, you're going that way anyway.
Oh, I wasn't. I was going to go with Rail Rider, and then you tried to pressure me. Just let me do my thing, Jordan.
You're a liar.
It's your fault.
No.
Now we have Chronicles of Narnia. I believe that's the Lion, the Witch, and the Closet. We're going up against Dogma.
Yeah, here in America we call it a closet, is what we do. So yeah. Who's first? Did you say?
It'll be Matt.
Matt. Okay.
Yeah, I really like both of these movies. Lion Witch and the Wardrobe Closet, I guess depending on what region you're in. I saw that movie in the theaters. I love those first two movies, and they got me to read the Narnia books. But Dogma it's one of my favorite Kevin Smith movies. I think it's a great movie. Me and Malcolm were talking about the movie scene the other day after a stream, which is great. You didn't say God bless me. Stop leering at me. People are gonna think that you just broke up with me. I gotta have to give it to Dogma.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I love Lion Witch and the Wardrobe, and I do think it's really good. I kind of wish the movies kept getting enough money so they could have done the whole series.
Yeah,
I think they're still doing the fourth one. They're still doing as a reboot kind of.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. Like I've heard that they're doing a fourth one. I've heard that Netflix is rebooting them and making the movies again. I don't know. I mean, I have heard that it's been in development a long time. I haven't heard anything about
doing the correct order this time. They did them out of order. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't mind that because I think, if I remember rightly, I think Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was the first book that was released.
Yeah, that one's first.
Anyway, so, but yeah, but that being said, I just really love Dogma. I think it's probably one of funny enough, I think it's one of Alan Rickman's underrated movies. Everyone keeps talking about his performance as Snape and Harry Potter and some of his enhanced group, but not a lot of people talk about as well as Dog, which I think is probably up there with performances of his that is really good. So I'm gonna go Dogma.
Yeah, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was the first book release, but like in a chronological order, it'd be The Magician's Nephew would be the first one, I think. So who knows how they're gonna go with it? I don't know. But Jacob.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Dogma. I know it's streaming on YouTube, but I haven't gotten back around to it. The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe is one that I've gone back to quite a few times, actually. I quite enjoy it. So just based on the number of rewatches, I'm going to go with Narnia.
Ooh, not fair.
Yeah. JPO.
Just saying, not fair. The movie's not on the streaming site. Don't hold it against it.
Yeah,
it's on YouTube. The most...
Yeah, the
accessible. No one thinks about YouTube when you go to watch a movie. You go to YouTube to watch something while you pee.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just pee for
watch
really
Dogma while you pee, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, like normally I would go for the Chronicles of Narnia because that was the first book series as a kid that I ever read. Like like the first like set of novels that I read. I got gifted those at a very young age, but I recently went back to Dogma, and I've already talked about like they got a version on YouTube with all the deleted scenes actually put back into where they like would have been cut out of the movie, which is kind of interesting to see. You can kind of tell like they do a little jump cuts. You can kind of see, hey, here's a deleted scene without saying it, but yeah, and like Dogma's really, really good. Yeah, like I really like Ben Affleck and Matt Damon together. They always have great chemistry. Alan Rickman's great. Chris Rock, George Carlin. I mean, yeah, Jane Silent Bob. All of them are good. So Dogma, yeah. JPO.
Yeah, I mean, Chronicles of Narnia, it's a fun family series. But yeah, Dogma is much more up my alley. The script, the performances here, probably my top tier. Kevin Smith. So got a lot of love for Dogma, and you can just watch it anytime on YouTube or buy the DVD. So Dogma.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Richie.
Yeah, and I have the DVD, so watch it. Fun fact: the book Narnia and the Silver Chair is where the Australian band Silverchair got its name from.
Oh, nice.
I liked the first Narnia. The Language Wardrobe is obviously the better one by leaps and bounds because it took a steep nosedive after that in terms of critically and financially, which is probably why they didn't pursue it beyond the third one. It's a fun movie, but yeah, I have more love with Dogma. I'm a Kevin Smith guy. I mean, speaking of Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, I'm looking forward to I think the trailer for Air came out the other day.
Oh my God, yes.
That looks good. That looks really good. So I'm looking forward to it. And everything about Dogma works. And I think it was a ballsy move to do. And I think it's one of his better movies. And Alanis Morissette's good at this movie. I wish she was doing more stuff, but I guess like sometimes you just like, I did some acting. I prefer singing. I think I just want you to select.
She was good on Weeds.
Yeah.
Everyone's good on. Oh.
So
everyone's good.
You know who's really good in Weeds? Nemo.
Yeah.
Finding Nemo. That's it. That's the thing he's in.
I think the movie Air will make a great double feature of Plane.
Yeah, Plane.
There you go.
All right, let's move on now.
I'm gonna laugh because this is your episode, Malcolm.
They should have released the Silver Chair after the Prince cast because in that one, that's where they have to go save the prince. It's the main girl and the youngest kid in it. They go and have to save him from the witch. But
I mean, I think the reason they filmed it in the order that they did is that I think they wanted to sort of use the kids that they had and do the movie that they appear in so they don't get too old by the time you get to that. So I think that's why they filmed it in the order that they did.
Yeah.
You have a lot of recent movies on here, anyway.
Up next we have The Truman Show and Jay and Silent Bob reboot. And we start with Malcolm.
Not too recent, but a couple of years, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's one of those ones like, yes, it's recent, but I've seen it a lot of times at the same time.
Because it's that good,
yeah, it's just one of those ones like I always go back to because, but yeah, I love The Truman Show. I will maintain that I think it's one of Jim Carrey's best movies. But that being said, Jay and Silent Bob reboot was a really nice surprise. Well, yes, in a way, it is like as a joke, like it is pretty much a reboot of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. But in a way, I think it works just because, and I just think it's a lot of fun. But I'm going to go. Actually, I'm going to go Jay and Silent Bob reboot on this.
Jacob, what do you think?
I have not seen Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back or reboot, but I have seen The Truman Show a few times. So it's a pretty good movie. It's kind of decent, I guess. So I'll go with The Truman Show.
This one's kind of 50-50 for me because Jane Silent Bob reboot really surprised me. I didn't expect it to have that much heart, but I should know that by now that Kevin Smith always tries to put a good amount of heart into almost all his movies, and yeah, but yeah, and probably just because the Truman Show shows up here a lot, I'm pretty sure it's already won a tournament, and so let's go with one that hasn't won yet and shows up a little less. I'll go with Jane Silent Bob reboot. Yeah, on a GPO.
This is tough. As I just said with the last round, I love me some Kevin Smith. But Truman Show's kind of an all-timer for me, and reboot
Kevin
is
Smith versus Kevin Smith. But
you sold me. Reboot.
I'm just saying, yeah, right.
You sold me.
We were just talking about not giving in to peer pressure.
Yeah.
Well, you weren't. You didn't speak fast enough.
Yeah.
What message are we sending to kids here?
To do the cool thing and fit in.
Well, I give it a reboot now. I don't like
you want-
Pokemon anymore. So. Richie.
I don't like. We established that Jordan Anderson doesn't like kids. We're not gonna send a great message.
Yeah.
That's true.
But yeah, Truman Show is amazing. It comes up. I think it's probably one of the more successful movies on tournament points.
Yeah.
I think it is actually. And yeah, like Jane Silent Bob reboot is good. I get it. In terms of USQ, it's like that lower for me, but that's mainly because it's like more recent, but also I don't know. It's very fan servicey. It's good. It's very like like hey, it's definitely for like Kevin Smith fans. But yeah, like, there's fun to be had here. I like the cameo by Chris Jericho as one of the Goodacre clan members. That's fun. But yeah, also speaking of Kevin Smith, Clerks 3 is coming to Netflix, and I finally get to watch it. So there you go.
There you go. Finally.
I was just about to make that announcement as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, but Truman Show is the better movie here. Truman Show's a better movie. Yeah, so I gotta go Truman Show.
Yeah. Matt, what do you think?
Yeah, I really like both of these movies. I actually got to see Jane Silent Bob reboot when Kevin Smith was on the Reboot Roadshow, so that was really fun.
Oh, nice.
I really like the movie. I know it's fan servicey, but I'm a Kevin Smith fan, so yeah, of course I liked it. But I'm giving my vote to Truman Show. I think it's one of Jim Carrey's best movies. Yeah, I really love that movie. And it's one of Ed Harris's best as well. Yeah,
that's true. And sometimes fan service is all right. It just depends what it is. So, yeah. So what are the votes?
It's a tie, and Jordan Anderson has the tiebreaker.
Oh, well, let's give it to a potentially unique winner, Jane Silent Bob reboot.
I mean, I love Kevin Smith. That's great. So
yeah. Yeah, well, we see Truman Show in here a lot. So
yeah.
All right, starting the next side, we have Blind Spotting going against Out of the
You got to
Blue.
go up one? I think you might need to go up one. I think.
Yeah.
No, we're doing things my way.
All right. Sure. I mean, we could go that way. It's up to you. Yeah. You're running it.
Starting with Blind Spotting.
Yeah.
No, we're going X-Men. That's Days of Future Past up against Mrs. Doubtfire.
Okay.
And
who's
me.
first now? Yeah. Okay.
It's me. And since I know what I want to vote for next, no, I'm not going to go that way.
Yeah. Now that we know.
Man,
Let's make it an
no,
easy
this one's actually tough. I really enjoy both of these movies. I think Mrs. Doubtfire is really good Robin Williams movie. X-Men Days of Future Past does a really good job of blending both casts together. Austin and I were just talking about our top 10 Marvel movies this past Saturday on a podcast about movies, and this one was on his top 10. It was just outside my top 10. I have to go back to the logic. If both of these movies were in front of me, which one would I choose to watch right now? Probably X-Men.
Yeah. Yeah, like for me, like I love Robin Williams, but Mrs. Doubtfire's always been like a middle of the road one for me as far as Robin Williams movies go. It's good, but I don't like have a huge love for it. But X-Men Days of Future Past, I just really like how they melded the old school cast with the new school. I mean, as far as some of the writing goes, I wasn't like thrilled with it, but like that's just like a minor thing because I just love so many other elements of it, and so yeah, I gotta go with Days of Future Past. JPO.
It's a close one. I got love for both of these, but I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna lean a little bit towards X-Men: Days of Future Past. It was a tremendous sequel. I like the blending of the two casts. You kind of got a better ending with the original cast than you did with Last Stand. So Days of Future Past.
Yeah, and they reset some things that like made the universe that much better. So yeah.
Like not killing Cyclops. Yeah, okay,
yeah, exactly.
Even though in the next movie in the series he's dead. So ultimately,
yeah. But Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, it's close to me too, but I'm actually going the other way, Mr. Doubtfire, because I've seen it more times, and I prefer X-Men First Class just a little bit more. But Mr. Doubtfire is fantastic. I've seen it heaps of times. It's one of the Robin Williams films to go back to the most. I mean, maybe there's probably a couple more, but this is sort of up there for me in Robin Williams' filmography. I think it's I just think it's a great movie, and it's a shame that I think they were just starting to starting to put the wheels in motion for a sequel to Mrs. Doubtfire after the talk for years before Robin Williams passed away. So hope they don't even decide to reboot it or after that, just in respect to Robin Williams, because I don't think anyone could play him as well as Mr. Doubtfire as well as Robin Williams. So yeah, I'm gonna go Mr. Doubtfire.
Like, why do I somehow feel like I would love to see a Mr. Doubtfire reboot with the all New Zealand cast? Like, for some reason, that just seems like it'd be cool. I don't know why, but yeah. But Matt,
yeah, I like both of these movies. Days of Future Past is really good, like you guys said, melding both casts. I'm giving my vote to Mrs. Doubtfire. It's one of my favorite Robin Williams movies and Sally Field movies. And talking about when Robin passed away, the day that happened, Mrs. Doubtfire was actually the movie I watched in honor of him, just for his last speech at the end of the movie.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah, but Malcolm, which one you got?
Yeah, I mean, if they do New Zealand / Australian hybrid version of Mrs. Doubtfire, I think Barry Humphries could play an interesting Mrs. Doubtfire.
That could
So not Elijah Wood? You don't want the Lord of the Rings version of Mrs. Doubtfire?
But anyway, like, I love X-Men Days of Future Past. It is my second favorite in the X-Men franchise. My top one of that is still to come. But Mrs. Doubtfire is a childhood favorite of mine, and it's just one that I go back to a lot. And one I'll probably always go back to a lot. Mrs. Doubtfire gets my vote here.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, we have another tie, and we're all the way back down to the bottom. JPO.
Ooh.
Callie, X-Men or Mrs. Doubtfire? Pick one.
X-Men, because he sounds cooler.
X-Men sounds cooler.
Yeah.
I didn't persuade her.
All right.
Cool.
So our next matchup is not that one.
X-Men sounds like a transgender to me. He's an X-Man. So he's no longer a man.
Well, Jordan, you will be up first for Blind Spotting and Out of the Blue.
So I've never seen Out of the Blue. I think that's a New Zealand one, I think. But Blind Spotting, man, that's a banger. It's in my top 20 movies of all time. So it's kind of easy here. So Blind Spotting. JPO?
I didn't hear what you said, but I'm gonna imagine it was. I haven't seen Out of the Blue, so I'm gonna go Blind Spotting. Is that it?
Yep. Yeah,
I agree.
That was it, exactly. Yeah. Yep. Richie.
Blind Spotting is my blind spot because I haven't seen it. I know it comes up here a lot. Say I'll see it, but yeah, and I'll get around to it. Much like I'll get around to the Indiana Jones films. Much like I'll get around to a lot of other things. But I don't have a time frame on these things.
This is why I have trust issues, Richie.
I know. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Out of the blue, you Kiwi film, Carl Urban. Hard to watch. It's about a mass.
Carl Urban. Shoot.
It's about a mass shooting. Pretty hard to watch. Pretty confronting. Good movie all around, but it might be one of those movies where you watch once and that's enough. That was a case for me. So I'll go out of the blue.
Yeah. Matt, what do you think?
I've never heard of either one of these movies. But Carl Urban looks a bit like Charles Bronson and Death Wish in that poster, so I'm going out of the blue.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't think I've actually seen that poster out of the blue before. Because it's not the one. It's not the one I'm familiar with anyway. But
no, it's not.
It's the American poster for it.
Yeah. But yeah, out of I always disagree with the notion of because I always of movies watch once, never watch again. I'm not going to rush out and watch Out of the Blue 2 days in a row. But it's one that I'll go back to and every now and then. But I'm not going to rewatch it as much times as I would rewatch Missed Out for or something like that.
Yeah, I just think you need to be in the right mindset. You know what I mean? Like you can't be like, oh, I feel sad. I'm going to put on a movie.
I know what you meant. But yeah, this is going to be one of those cases that I love blind spotting, but I'm going to go Out of the Blue instead with my vote.
Yeah, sure. Jacob, I'm pretty sure I know where you're going, but what do you think?
Don't say that.
This is an easy vote for Blind Spotting. It's in my top 20. I've seen this movie like half a dozen times since its release. I think the performances are great. I love the use of rapping in this movie. That final scene where he's confronting the police officer is incredible. It's easy Blind Spotting vote, which brings it to a tie, and the
I believe it's Richie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Richie.
I didn't realize it was okay.
He's never seen Blind Spotting. Dang.
I've never seen Blind Spotting, but yeah, it's not gonna make me popular if I just. Who cares about being popular? Out of the blue.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah. Same.
There we go.
Front for the Wheeler people and Warrior. JPO Europe for.
That's a good round here. Hunt for the Wilder People has some hilarious scenes in it here.
Yeah.
Of course, you had the kid that later be in Deadpool 2, Samuel. But Warrior is also one of my favorites here. I just think it's a tremendous tale of these two brothers here. The fight scenes are directed tremendously. Nick Nolte's fantastic, so I'm going to go Warrior.
Yeah. Richie.
Yeah. Hunt for the Water People is really. This is actually really tough. Hunt for the Water People is really great. Julian Dennison as Ricky Baker is really great. And his chemistry with Samuel is amazing. There's some really great jokes. Great Taika Waititi cameo here as well. Reese Darby's great as a sort of conspiracy theorist, crazy dude.
Yeah.
I gotta go in my bunker. Shit, I haven't built it yet. That's funny. Rachel House is good as like the child protective person. It's a really good film. But I recently rewatched like Warrior last week. It still holds up, man. It's a fantastic sports movie. So I think it's one of the better sports movies ever. I'll say that. I absolutely I love Warrior. So it holds up. So I'm gonna say Warrior.
Yeah. Matt, what do you think?
He ripped the door off a tank. Warrior.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah. I love both of these movies. It's like Hunt for the World People's a a lot of fun, and like the chemistry between Samuel and Julian Dennison is great. But I've got Warrior a little bit higher, so I'm going to go Warrior.
All right. Jacob, what do you think?
Blind Spotting. Oh, it's still out.
Sorry.
Warrior. I haven't seen Hunt for the Wilder People, and Warrior is pretty high up on my list as well. So
yeah, this one's tough because like I really like Hunt for the Wilder People. It's like probably my second favorite Taika movie. Like it's that good. But it's probably the best Gavin O'Connor movie for Warrior. I don't know. Yeah, it's tough. Like this is like might be the toughest matchup of the night for me, but just by a hair, I think I gotta go with Warrior because like I've been a huge Joel Edgerton fan lately, like especially after he was in the Obi-Wan series again, or not again, but he showed up in Star Wars again. But and that Nick Nolte performance too, like might be one of the best of his career. So yeah, Warrior.
all right, Warrior moves on. Our first clean sweep of the night.
Yeah.
Up next, we have
Two
towers going up against
Once the Warriors.
Once the Warriors.
Once we're Warriors.
Okay.
That it's just really small right there.
I was gonna say we just had Warrior in the last round. Like, what is this? No.
But
But
we'll start with somebody. Gordon.
Yeah, I think it's me first.
No, Richie.
Right?
I don't know. Who are we starting with?
It's me.
Oh yeah, Richie went first. So I think it's Matt actually, right? Is that where we're at? I think it's Matt.
No, it was me because John went first after.
Okay, sure. Just go. It's fine.
Good. Once the Warriors also fits into that out of the blue category. Where it's probably one of New Zealand's most iconic movies. But man, it's a movie I can only watch once. It is depressing as fuck. Just it's a really grim movie, but a really great movie as well. It's a movie that I'm glad for. It's interesting. It's going up against Lord of the Rings. So I'm also glad for Lord of the Rings because it's like it took away that because when it's sort of it's a good and a bad thing. When people think of New Zealand, they think of this Once for Warriors because it's like it doesn't. But I feel like it kind of led to that stereotype of sort of the racist stereotype of married people and their families, which is very, very unfortunate. Not that everybody would think that, but it's just that was the kind of idea. But it's a really, really good movie. But Two Towers is my favorite of Lord of the Rings, and I could watch it more than I could watch Once Warriors. So I'll go Two Towers.
Well, Once We Were Warriors is also scorching, touching, stunning, and powerful. So there's that. They just put the quotes that could be out of context. I don't know. But Matt?
Two Towers.
Yeah, just keep it simple. Malcolm?
I kind of hate and love this matchup all at the same time because those that know me know I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. But Once with Warriors is just a really good movie, and I'd argue it's probably Temuera Morrison's best performance in a movie as well. For Cliff, I'd argue for Out of the Blue for his best performance. But Once and and it's one of those ones like it like the book itself. That's done by Alan Duff, like it does deal with the domestic violence and all that, and it's just one of those ones like, yes, it does happen. And all that. It's just one of those ones like, so just because I think I know this is going to go, Two Towers comes up a lot. Just like any Lord of the Rings, I'm going to go Once with Warriors because I want Once with Warriors versus Warrior.
Yeah, sounds good. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't like when people assume they know where things are going to go, but sometimes it's just very apparent because the Two Towers, Lord of the Rings, is one of like the best trilogies of all time, in my opinion. So it's pretty easily the Two Towers for me. Also because I haven't seen the other movie.
Yeah, I never thought that a movie about the Twin Towers would be one of the greatest of all time, but it just
Twin
is,
Towers.
you know. So yeah, go figure. But and also, is that Tamira Morrison on the poster? Is that
Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah.
Why does he look like a young Robert De Niro to me? I don't know, but he does.
Although I can see what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I've never seen it, but I kind of want to. But yeah, Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers is in my top 10 movies of all time, so I got to go with the Two Towers.
If you have Canopy in the States, I'm still streaming there.
Well, I'll have to look and see. Maybe we do.
The great streaming service of Canopy.
All 10 people.
Yeah. Oh, Canopy with a K. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, JPO?
Yeah.
As a wise man once said, Two Towers.
Yeah. Sounds good. Richie?
I voted.
Two Towers is moving on. My Big Fat Greek Wedding going up against Logan.
We do have Canopy. Cool. Let's check it out.
And this time we will start with Matt.
Yeah, My Big Fat Greek Wedding. It's a nice, sweet rom-com. If we were doing that, what would my mom or dad pick? My mom would easily pick My Big Fat Greek Wedding here, but I have to give my vote to Logan. It's a spectacular movie.
Yeah.
I like how we're aging Malcolm Lowe. If my mom and dad would pick
Yeah, right. Malcolm?
I mean, a lot of these movies I probably did watch with my parents, to be honest.
Yeah. Sure.
But isn't this Austin's favorite movie versus Jordan's favorite movie, or is?
Well, it's one of his like favorite kind of like indie kind of like movies, yeah.
Because I know Austin is a big champion of My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, both these movies are great. Like, My Big Fat Greek Wedding is one of those indies that sort of came out of nowhere and kind of brought John Corbett to life. I think recently John Corbett's started appearing in the second season of How I Met Your Father. But I like Logan more, unfortunately, so I've got to go Logan.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
Oh, you said unfortunately.
Yeah.
Bad thing.
Yeah.
No, My Big Fat Greek Wedding was a big surprise. I came to it very late, and I don't remember why I watched it. It might have been for the rom-com episode that we did. And I was like, oh, I'll give it a shot. And I ended up liking it a lot more than I thought I would, because rom-coms are very hit or miss for me. But this one was a hit. I thought it was actually very funny. And I thought the entire cast was great. I thought it was just a good time. But Logan is one that I've gone back to several times. Again, did a top 10 Marvel movies, and this was very high up on my list. So I'm going to go with Logan, and I would recommend, if you have the Blu-ray and you have the Logan Noir version available, give it a shot. It looks good in black and white.
Yeah. It does, yeah.
And Jordan's going My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Well, I mean, it is Valentine's Day, so may as well just go for that one. But no, I got to go for Logan. It's my number one movie of all time, so Logan. Yeah. JPO?
Yeah, My Big Fat Greek Wedding is a sweet, nice movie, but definitely Logan is way more up my alley, and I think it's a tremendous movie here. I love the R-rated turn on it here. What was at the time the last Wolverine performance here. Only that makes me trepidatious about Deadpool 3, but yeah, I love Logan. So Logan.
Yeah. Richie.
Well, Valentine's Day was yesterday here, so Logan.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Logan's a better movie though. But I do like Big Fat Greek Wedding a lot.
Yeah.
The most successful romantic comedy of all time, I think. One of them.
Yeah. It actually is. Yeah. and one of the most successful indie movies of all time. Yeah.
So our next matchup, starting with Malcolm, we've got Happy Death Day going up against Boy.
Yeah, I mean, Boy is probably one of Taika's earlier movies, and it's really good. But I do love Happy Death Day a lot, and I think just slightly I'm going to go Happy Death Day.
Yeah. Jacob.
Do you need a moment? You didn't sound so sure, Malcolm.
Yeah. Like, sure.
I love matchups of movies I've seen against movies I haven't seen because it makes voting so easy, especially when it's a movie I enjoy, like Happy Death Day. I think it plays the time loop, Groundhog Day, very very well. I quite enjoy it, so I'm gonna go with Happy Death Day as well.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was looking over your list, Malcolm, for some reason I was thinking Boy. Like, what is Boy? I'm not remembering. And then I was thinking Boyhood. Is it Boyhood? But it's not. But yeah, like I had totally forgot this was a Taika movie, and it's kind of like one of those things. If you put these two in front of me, which one would I rather watch? Well, Boy, but it's not what I'm going to vote for. I'm going to vote for Happy Death Day because that movie's awesome. It's in my top 128 because it's great. So yeah, Happy Death Day. JPO.
Yeah, unfortunately, just haven't seen Boy, and I like both the Happy Death Day movies. The first one definitely more than the second one to a degree. But yeah, talking about the first one, which I really enjoyed. It was a nice surprise. It used the trope of that Groundhog Day to a very good execution. So Happy Death Day.
Yeah, Richie.
I'm going to out myself as stalking your letterbox, Jordan. But didn't you just recently watch this? It's the second one.
There's a rewatch. It was a rewatch. I hadn't seen the second one. In a while.
The Boy is really good. I think it gets left off like the conversation when they're talking about Taika Waititi's filmography because it's just not as widely released. But it is really, really charming, really good here. Again, playing off the stereotype of the traditional like Maori family and like the abs and dad. And Taika Waititi himself is really good in this movie as a dad. He's really funny. Like I would recommend watching it. James Rolston, who plays the Boy, is really, really quite good as well. I love Happy Death Day. It's I like what they kind of like mess with the time loop sort of subgenre. I do like that a lot. But I'm going to champion Boy here. I think Boy is a really solid film and a lot of heart to it. So I'd recommend watching it. So, Boy.
Yeah. And Matt, what do you think?
I haven't seen either one of these movies, but I'm not really a horror person, so I'm going with Boy.
Sure. Is it Happy Death Day? I think.
Yeah,
right?
it is Happy Death Day. And Matt, I know you just said that you got to head out after this, so
yeah.
You got any plugs you want to hit us with before you go?
Sure. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Kearns_Matthew, Matt Movies 611 on YouTube, and like Malcolm, I do a lot of stuff over on Take 3 Productions. I'll be watching the rest of this stream tomorrow and making a list of all movies that I have to watch that I'll definitely get around to watching, Malcolm.
All New Zealand picks. Yeah, thanks again, Matt. Yep.
Take care.
We'll see you. All right.
Our next matchup, we've got Back to the Future and Zodiac.
Ooh. I actually like this matchup. Who's first now?
It's me. Oh man, this is tough because on one hand, Back to the Future is in my top 10, and I just absolutely love this movie. But Zodiac is also really good, and I don't think it shows up on tournament fights a lot, which is a shame because it is a really good movie full of really great performances. You know what? I'm gonna go against my top 10. I'm gonna go Zodiac. Show it some love.
Yeah. Yeah, like Back to the Future is in my top 10 of all time. It's really good. But like recently though, like Fincher, like it's become like in my one of my top 5 directors of all time. Like I'm a big Fincher fan. Like I just love his movies, and Zodiac really underrated. I can't think of the guy who like they like accuse him of being the killer, but he's really good. He's an underrated actor. But in Zodiac, I forget he's from the Drew Carey show. That's all I know him from. But I think I'm gonna go with Zodiac here just to give it something unique that hasn't made it as far on tournament fights. So Zodiac, JPO.
This is the first Back to the Future?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure. This is actually quite tough because I gotta love Back to the Future. I think the whole trilogy is a decent trilogy, and the first one I think is obviously the most special to me because it's the first kind of the concept. I love Zodiac though, man. I also didn't even know it until I think it was this show where I was like, oh, I have several Finchers on my 128, which I didn't necessarily even think through. So evidently I'm a big Fincher fan. And I really like Zodiac too. I mean, for a premise that doesn't necessarily have an ending, kind of like recently on Netflix, The Watcher, which ended on a very note. I think did the best job it could, and has such a tremendous cast at play here. I'm gonna go with Zodiac as well. I really dig it. Doesn't think it gets talked about enough.
Yeah, The Watcher is like so good until that ending. Yeah,
it just doesn't have an ending. Like that's the problem.
Yeah.
They're like, who was it? We don't know either. Bye.
We don't know. Yeah. See ya. Yeah.
Thanks for making me watch 8 episodes for you to tell me you don't know who was watching them.
Right.
Spoilers for anyone that they're going to watch that show.
Yeah. But you can watch it and you can make your own guesses. But Richie, what do you think here?
I love how they'll like wait till season 2 and then like later on they find out what's that? We're not getting season 2? Oh shit!
It's not even that. No, because I think it's classified technically as a mini series, whereas if they were going to do a season 2, it would be a different people. So it's really it really just is them not knowing what the ending of their story is.
Okay, cool. It's like a wrestling angle when you book yourself in a corner. It's like, I don't know.
You're just gonna stop talking about it.
Yeah.
I think it took this show to realize I'm a huge Fincher fan as well. There's no real movie I dislike with his. I really like his way of telling a story. But yeah, I mean, as much as I like Zodiac, it's sort of harder to. It's not like one of those movies that you can just I can really get into multiple times sort of thing. It's just I think a sort of more fun movie to put on will be Back to the Future, so that's where my vote's gonna go.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
I'm still a little bit shocked Jordan when he gets Back to the Future. I thought for sure he was going
Yeah. Kind of pains me, but yeah.
But yeah, Back to the Future is in my top 10 movies of all time, but I also was going to go against the grain because Back to the Future has shown up a lot for good reasons. Obviously, it is a good movie, but I was also going to go Zodiac. So Zodiac.
Yeah.
All right. I think this might be the first time Back to the Future hasn't made it out of the first round.
Yeah.
All right, up to next, we have Searching going up against the Court Jester. And Jordan Anderson, you're up first.
Yeah, man, I don't think this app wants me to buy a ticket to Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey because it's like giving me all kinds of errors. I don't know.
That might be the world telling you don't watch that shitty movie.
Yeah, maybe not.
Breaking
news: to buy it, pay money for
movie theater in Indy.
It keeps on saying, "Whoops, something went wrong," and a picture with a minion running around. But I don't know what the Court Jester is. So I'll vote for Searching because it's great and see Missing if you haven't seen it because that's really good too.
It comes out next week. Yeah.
Oh, nice! You could check it out. But JPO.
Pretty much the exact sentiments of you. I've heard Danny Kaye, but I've never seen The Court Jester, and I love Searching here. It was something that I wasn't that excited for on paper. But I gave it a chance first because I like John Cho, and then also the reviews are really good, and they all definitely stood the test of time. So, searching.
Oh, I found out what it was. Some idiot tried to select the same seat as me, and it wouldn't let me do it.
It wasn't an idiot.
At the same time, yeah. An idiot. But Richie?
What a jackass trying to sit in the same spot as you.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like I hate when computers go, "Whoops, something went wrong." I'm like, yeah, well, what went wrong? Like you wouldn't put up with that vagueness from a human being. Oops, something went wrong.
Yeah.
What's something? I don't know, just something. Oh, fuck you then. Don't tell me.
Like if you're in person and you try to buy a ticket, whoops, something went wrong. We can't sell you this ticket. What?
Well, what went wrong? Anyway, I am sort of with the majority here. I know who Danny Kaye is. Have not heard of the Court Jester. I'm sure it's I mean, it might be hard to kind of find to watch it, but yes, I haven't heard of it, so I can't really kind of vote for it. Searching is amazing, though. Yeah, movie that I went under the radar. I think I saw it, kind of just before it went out of theaters. Go, oh, I'll try this, and it was really, really good. And I love the way the storytelling. And I think John Cho's performance could have. I don't think he would have won Best Actor, but he could have been in the conversation to be nominated. I think he was fucking great in this movie, and it's like it requires a lot. It's basically a one-person show. I think it's amazing. Deborah Messing is good in this movie as well. But yeah, I'm going Searching because I really like that movie a lot.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
The Court Jester is a movie that Rachel Silvestrini put me on to because I was like Doug Castle used to do a show on Take 3 where he would interview a Schmodown person or someone about their favorite movies and this is one that that Rachel Silvestrini brought up. So I thought, oh, check it out and watch it. Like Richie was right, it's really hard to find. I had to watch an illegal streaming service to find it.
Hey, we don't condone that here on the show.
I didn't give the link, by the way. That wasn't me. Didn't give the
shame.
Well, Matt's gone, so who gives a shit?
But
did Richie give you the link too?
No, I didn't. What are we talking about? No.
Oh man, I should have used that for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Dang it.
But anyway,
last time I checked, they only had the cam version up, so you're best to go to the theater.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, like it's fun. Like I don't think Court Jester will be up Jordan's alley because it is a musical, and that. But it's got aside from Danny Kaye, it's also got Angela Lansbury in it. It's got and Battle Rathbone. But that being said, I love Searching a lot. Searching is still getting my vote.
For Danny Kaye, he's good in White Christmas, so I mean it's got to be pretty good. But Jacob,
you had me at musical and Angela Lansbury. I'm going the Court Jester, but Searching is moving on still.
Yeah, sounds good. But Rachel Silvestrini, though, come back on the show. We love you because she was supposed to be on a show for one of our animated ones and canceled last minute. So come back.
Baby, come back. You could blame it on me.
APO, you will be up first for The Wizard of Oz and The Big Lebowski.
Sweet. I'm happy to vote for The Big Lebowski. Wizard of Oz is nice and sweet, but I'm actually an anti-classic guy in a weird way. So Big Lebowski definitely is more up my alley.
Sure.
So let's all get a glass of milk.
Almost like me, I'm kind of an anti guy, sort of. But
not on purpose. I just like again, as Barber once said, they were both in front of me. I'm going Big Lebowski several times before I go to Wizard of Oz twice.
I have a first name too, you know.
Yeah, but there's two of you, so I'd like to call you.
There's only one of me here.
Yeah.
The
Barber in the house.
Can't do it.
Richie.
Sorry, it's away for that. When dog wants a tummy scratch, you go and get a tummy scratch. Anyway,
sure.
Two very similar movies, not really.
I want a tummy scratch, Richie. You give me one.
If you don't get one, then we all get one.
No. I prefer Under the Chin. But yeah, Big Lebowski is great. I don't really have the love for it other people do, though. It's like people sort of laud over it like it's like the best movie, and maybe I came into it knowing those expectations, and I thought it's good, great, but I do have more love for Wizard of Oz. I think it's one of the first movies I watched as a kid, and I think it holds up. So I'm going to go there.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I came to the Big Lebowski really late. Like I think I watched it sort of in the past few years because the community kept talking about it. But Wizard of Oz is a movie that I watched a lot growing up as a kid. And like there's a home video out there of me watching Wizard of Oz as a kid with my cousins, and it's just one of those ones that has a lot of childhood memory with me. So I'm gonna go Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
So there's a film of you watching a film, watching TV. There, it's like Gogglebox before Gogglebox.
Yeah, nice. Well, Jacob,
I liked Big Lebowski, but I love The Wizard of Oz. This was a constant watch as a child for me as well. It's still one that I go back to every so often now as an adult. I love the music. I love it's good in black and white, but once those colors come in, like I think it's a beautiful movie as well, especially for the 30s.
is it the first movie in color? I don't know if it was.
I
think it's contentious, but like it's one of. I don't know if it's.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with The Wizard of Oz because that Big Lebowski poster is looks kind of disturbing. It's kind of homoerotic or something. So I'm just gonna go with The Wizard of Oz because I don't know about that one. So, and I also like to see the crossover between these two movies. Like I think that'd be kind of weirdly cool.
Next, we have a street cat named Bob going up against Little Women. Richie, you'll be up.
Sure. I've heard a street cat named Bob. I think it was just because I did peek at did do a little peek at Malcolm's letterbox, see kind of what would come up here, and I noticed he rewatched this recently. Yeah, man. I haven't seen it. It's like I'm Malcolm's first person that sort of really highly regarded it. So I might give it a watch, but it wouldn't be on my radar otherwise. Little Women, again, this version I still haven't seen, but I just haven't got around to it. But I definitely will. I'll probably get around to it more earlier than I would for a street cat named Bob. So I'll go Little Women.
Yeah, Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Street Cat named Bob. It's a movie that is based on a true story about this sort of busker who's had a lot of sort of drug problems, and he was homeless for a good period of time. Then he finds this sort of cat, and it in a way it helps him sort of care for something else, and in a way it helps him sort of change his life around, and it's just one of those stories which I hadn't heard about, but this movie came up on Netflix one day. I thought I'm going to watch this, and it's just one of those movies that's just really good. I'm not overly a cat guy, but it's just one of those movies that's just really good and really heartwarming. And it actually made me want to actually try and find the books that the actual guy wrote, telling his story in more depth. Look, Little Woman is a big favorite of mine. Like I really love it, but I'm going a street cat named Bob here.
It sounds like a lighthearted version of Inside Llewyn Davis.
Yeah, it's like Inside Llewyn Davis and throwing a cat. Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
I just love the title, A Street Cat Named Bob. It's just fun, and I want to know more about it. And I looked it up, and it's actually streaming for free on YouTube and Pluto TV and Tubi and Crackle. So it's very available.
It's everywhere. Nice.
And so I'm lukewarm on Little Women, and A Street Cat Named Bob has me kind of curious. So I'm gonna go with A Street Cat Named Bob, actually.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of along the same lines as you, Jacob. I'm lukewarm on Little Women. I do think that it's good. Like, Little Women's one of those period piece kind of movies that like I do actually like, and I'm not a period piece guy, but like Little Women, that like surprisingly I actually do like both of them, even the '90s one. But yeah, A Street Cat Named Bob though, yeah, it just sounds really intriguing because like I like when people have pets with like a real purpose. Some people just get a pet and they don't pay much attention to it. It just sits there in their house, doesn't do a whole lot. But in these movies, like does it just seem like it has a real purpose to like change somebody's life? I mean, that's pretty cool. I'm not a big cat guy either, but like I'm intrigued, so I'll vote for the Street Cat Named Bob. Sure. JPO.
Well, then it's ironic that the biggest cat guy here is going to vote against it.
Yeah.
I've seen this poster. Like the poster definitely is something I've like scrolled across. I just never got around to it. I'm more inclined to now know that Malcolm digs it. But I have seen Little Women. I actually really like it too. It's my favorite of the Little Women movies. Most because it's the only one I saw. But no, I thought it was a good remake. I thought everyone, you got a great cast here. Even Bob Odenkirk later on, Florence Pugh. So I'm gonna go Little Women here. Meow.
All right, but A Street Cat Named Bob is moving on 3-2. Up next, we have Short Term 12 and Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, and we will start with Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, Short Term 12 is it's one of the it's definitely a heartbreaking story, and it's just and it's got Brie Larson and Rami Malek and a whole bunch of sort of known actors in this. It's just one of those stories that's both really heartwarming but really sad, like at the same time. But it's just really good story. I like Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, but I'm gonna go Short Term 12.
Yeah, Jacob, what do you think?
I have not seen Short Term 12. I think Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle was a big surprise because you look at who's involved and like, yeah, Jack Black's good, but Kevin Hart and The Rock, like they can be hit and miss, and but it was very funny. I remember laughing a lot and having such a good time with it. I think Jack Black plays the best teenage girl I've ever seen on screen. So I'm gonna go with Jumanji.
Yeah, I also never saw Short Term 12. I mean, it sounds kind of like, I don't know, like heartwarming, but also kind of sounds a little depressing too, because I think it deals with like abuse and stuff, doesn't it? But
yeah, it's probably more on the depressing side of it, if anything.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's still one that I would check out though. I just haven't gotten to it, but so now it's kind of back on my radar, so that's good. But yeah, Jumanji was a big surprise. I went into it with lukewarm expectations, kind of like we'll wait and see if this thing's any good, and it actually was good. So, and like I'm known to be a huge Karen Gillan fan, so I will vote for Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. JPO.
Yeah, I've been keep meaning to check out Short Term 12. I even bought it on Vudu, so there's no reason why I haven't gone to it because I've heard several people sing its praises. Like it's just one of those I want to give it like my full effort and attention. I need to be in the right mood. Jumanji though, I have seen. I really enjoy. So just because of that, I'm gonna have to give it to Jumanji.
Yeah.
So I'll give it to Short Term 12.
Yeah. Richie.
Yeah, I haven't seen Short Term 12. Heard really good things, but I just haven't got around to it yet. Like Brie Larson, so I will get around to it. Yeah, Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. Yeah, surprised the hell of me. I was sort of against them doing a sequel. I'm like, especially when you can't use Robin. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, and yeah, I think Jack. This is one of those ones where The Rock and Kevin Hart's pairing works here, but I think Jack Black steals the show as as a teenage girl. It's kind of disappointing in a sequel that like they sort of switched roles a bit, and it's like no, you should just be the teenage girl the whole time.
Yeah, just do that.
Because he's just
Just
too
do the
good.
exact same thing you did in the first one. Come on.
Yeah. But no, it's really fun, and it's actually made me look forward to. I don't know if they're doing it. I guess it'll be a fourth one. I don't know. They opened the door for a fourth one, so I'm looking forward to seeing if they do one. Because surprisingly, I really enjoyed it. I like what they did with the whole concept. So yeah, I'll go. Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle.
I think the second one made enough money so they could do a sequel.
They should.
Next, we have Goodfellas going up against Daffodils.
Well, maybe lopsided here, but we'll let Malcolm talk about his movies. So, is it Jacob or is it me?
It's me.
Okay.
And I haven't seen Daffodils, and Goodfellas is Goodfellas. So
You haven't seen that yet?
Goodfellas. I've seen the flowers, but not the movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen Daffodils either. I can't really comment on it. I don't really know what it is, but Malcolm will tell us, and then it'll be on my radar to maybe see. But Goodfellas is an all-timer. I think it's probably the best gangster movie ever made, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go with Goodfellas. JPO?
I mean, yes, third person. Unfortunate to say, I haven't seen Daffodils, and Goodfellas is great. Yeah. So Richie, maybe you'll just have a different story.
A quick aside before that, you know how like the other day I was talking about Hungry Jack's, which is a Burger King. Yeah, so here it is, the exact same logo.
Oh, there you go, Hungry Jack's.
Dude, what did you get? What kind of meal?
I'm bored. That's an orange juice.
Did you get food?
That's an orange juice. It's very boring. But I mean, yeah.
You gotta go for breakfast.
It's from last night.
Breakfast time over there when this starts.
It's in the afternoon. But I'm very bored. I mean, unfortunately, I can't shed light on Daffodils. I know it came up in Malcolm's 64, so it's a New Zealand film that took my radar. So, I mean, that being said, if I had watched it, it'd be pretty tough to. I think Goodfellas was an all-timer, so it's gonna be pretty hard pressed to beat Goodfellas. So, I'll go Goodfellas. But yeah, I'm sure Malcolm will shed more time.
Yeah, Malcolm, tell us about Daffodils.
But yeah, basic like Daffodils is based on a stage play that follows an indie musician who comes to parents bittersweet romance they've been told about by her father on his deathbed. It's one of those movies like it was really high up when at the time when I did my 64. It kind of dropped a little bit since then, but it's just a really good story. Like, you'll know the lead actress in it. Rose McIver was in iZombie, that TV. And the singer Kimbra, who's also in this, she was the female voice on Somebody That I Used to Know.
Yeah. I met Kimbra.
Nice.
And it's also got the other name that I believe you will know is Tandy White is in this, and I believe she has been in at least a couple of Power Rangers series.
Okay.
But that being said, I love Goodfellas more, so I'm going to go Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. I'll hype it up. I'm going to the other movie.
Yeah, and with that, I'm going to delete my pirated copy of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey off my phone here because I got tickets for tomorrow. So. And it's only a cam version. That's all they have. So.
I told you.
Yeah.
All right. So we have Scream 2022.
Another 2022.
Sweeney Todd.
All right. It's me?
Yes.
Oh man, like I really want to champion Sweeney Todd, but oh, man, and I guess I still could, but this is like pretty close here actually, because the more that I've watched Sweeney Todd, like it's actually like moved up on my radar, like quite a few spots, and when I first saw it, I kind of was just like, it's fine, but then I rewatched it because some of you in the community, Jacob, are pretty high on it, so I've given it some rewatches, and it's pretty good. So, and you know what? Just because Scream is so recent, I'll just vote Sweeney Todd, I think. So, JPO.
I like Sweeney Todd. There's some great performances in it, but I am a huge Scream franchise fan. I think it's the best Scream we've had at least since 2, if not even better than 2. So I got to go Scream. I am super hyped for the next one.
Yeah. And I didn't wear my Scream shirt tonight. If you watched the stream last night, you'll see I wore it then. And so I should have voted for it then. But, Richie?
As big of a Scream guy as I am, I love Scream. I wouldn't. I don't think it's nearly as good as Scream 2. I think it would. It's sort of like the 4th for me. I mean, no. I think like in terms of like quality, I think it's 4. But really, I haven't really had a chance to really kind of sit down and go through sort of my rankings on that. But yeah, so and I just think. Although, I like what they did with Scream. Don't like how the killer's name's Richie. We're not all like that. Sorry, if you haven't seen it. Anyway,
thought you would like that.
But I just think Sweeney Todd's a better movie. But I am still looking forward to Scream 6. But Sweeney Todd's a better movie, so I'm going to Sweeney Todd.
And also, shout out Jenna Ortega. She had a great year last year.
Yeah, she's probably the best year of any actress, to be honest.
Yeah.
Real good.
Yeah, she did. But Malcolm, what do you think?
I haven't had a chance to sort of rewatch the Scream movies yet. I plan on doing that before the new one comes out in a few weeks, I believe. Yeah. It's not too far away, actually.
Yeah, it's like 3 weeks away or something.
I think Sweeney Todd's good. But the 2022 version of Scream is currently, as it stands, before I do my rewatch, it is my favorite Scream movie of the franchise.
That's big.
And I mean, when the new one came out, I only seen all the trilogy series for the first time. So they were still pretty recent. For like the whole franchise was pretty recent to me. And it's just one of those ones like I wasn't as high on the original 4 as other people are, but maybe once I do the rewatch, it's going to change. But at the moment, I really like Scream 2022. I'm going to go Scream.
Yeah. Sounds good. Jacob.
Yeah. Here's where I make a confession, because as I have been watching movies, rewatching movies, and playing around with my favorite movies of all time, Sweeney Todd has actually dropped out of my top 10.
Ooh,
which is big for me because it was my favorite movie for a long time. But just with the rewatches, it's just outside the top 10. It's number 11. So it's I'm still very high on it, but no, I just it was time to just put that out.
I'm gonna knock it down a few pegs, right?
Just had to let that out. However, it's still much higher than Scream 2022 for me, because I've only seen it the one time, and I've seen Sweeney Todd like 332 maybe, give or take.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Sweeney Todd.
Okay.
Which
almost a full year's worth, almost.
Next we have Menu and High Fidelity. Now we're back down to Jordan.
All right, back up to me. Yeah. Oh, that Jordan.
Oh, me?
I was gonna say. Yeah.
You see, it's weird you call me my first name sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
Especially on here, because I never think it's me.
Yeah.
I like both of these here. It's been mentions I've seen High Fidelity. I kind of think Jack Black and other people steal the show more than Cusack in a weird way. And I, again, could be a biasy recency high, but really dug the menu here. It's another 10, 15, top 10, top 15 spot of last year. Something I actually look forward to seeing again. Maybe even before I see High Fidelity game, though it's been way longer. I'm gonna go with the menu.
Yeah. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, High Fidelity is good. It's more of a breakout for like for Jack Black. Then I think he outshines. Yeah, and it's really good. But yeah, The Menu is my favorite movie of last year. I think it's a movie that I it knows what it is and just fucking goes balls to the wall with it. I like that they sort of make fun of your Instagram foodie culture. I think it's fucking great. I think I think Ray Fiennes could have been nominated for best actor. I don't think he would have won, but he's so good. Anya Taylor-Joy is really good. Nicholas Holt's really good. And Hong Chau's had a good year. He had a good year with Liz and the Whale. She's really good in this movie. Fun fact: Anya Taylor-Joy's character was meant to be. I think Emma Stone was meant to play her, which is interesting. But I think Anya Taylor-Joy really fits here. She's really good. So I'm gonna go The Menu.
I forgot after everyone's turn here, we got to clap really loud, like for The Menu, right? But Malcolm,
High Fidelity is great. It's one of those ones that I was meant to rewatch before this if I had time. The Menu hasn't been realistically. The Menu hasn't been out in New Zealand in a long time. It came out sort of late December, but I've already seen it twice, and it's one that on that second rewatch is it kind of cemented its place in here. It's just one of those ones that I definitely am going to watch a few more times, and it's just one of those ones that I really am looking forward to getting the DVD for it or Blu-ray for it. But I'm going to go to The Menu.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
Screw it, I'll jump on The Menu bandwagon.
Yeah. Yep, JPO agrees. High Fidelity was a movie I expected to like a lot more, and I just didn't like it all that much. I was kind of lukewarm on it, but The Menu, there's just something about when a movie you really like, when people kind of have negative things to say about it, like Chris Scott did his review, and now I really want to fight for this movie because he's saying it's not good, and I'm screw that, it's great. So yeah, The Menu was probably, I think it just made my top 10 just barely, but I mean that's still pretty good. So for 2022, and so I'll vote for The Menu.
All right, so The Menu moves on. We got just a couple more, starting with Everything Everywhere All at Once, going up against Mother. Richie, we'll start with you, Richie.
Yeah, another 2022 one, man. That must been a good year for you. I still haven't seen Everywhere. I own the movie, and it's it's somewhere, but I blind bought it. Still haven't watched it.
Wow!
Nice.
Imagine owning a movie and not watching it.
Gee, I wonder how that works.
Who does that?
I liked Mother more than a lot of people. Mother. So I'm gonna go Mother.
Yep. Yeah, I think that I own a lot of movies that I haven't watched because I just watch everything on streaming, so I just leave it the ones I bought sitting there. So, but Malcolm, what do you think?
Talking about owning movies I haven't watched yet, I bought this the other day.
Oh, there you go. Harris goes to Paris.
But yeah, I think if this is the last 2022 movie that's going to show up. For me, 2022 was a good year. All my top 10 were all 5-star movies for me, which is very rare. But yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once is just a lot of fun. It's one that I definitely see myself watching a lot of times. unfortunately, I haven't seen Mother recently, but it is a really good movie. And once again, it's another one that I was hoping to get to, but Everything Everywhere All at Once is higher. So Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, and speaking of Miss Harris Goes to Paris, I was playing around with the idea of doing movies based on books for a tournament fight, but like going like decade by decade because there are a lot of them. So that's something I'm kind of like thinking about. We'll see. But Jacob.
Yeah.
I think JP was having a bad dream or something.
No, I was actually making fun of the way that transited Jacob.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. Whatever.
Or maybe I just made that up to act like I wasn't falling asleep. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like that's what you were doing.
Shut up.
This is another easy one because I have not seen Mother, and Everything Everywhere All at Once was one of my favorite movies of 2022 as well. I think it's just a lot of fun, and I think Ke Kwan is very deserving of his Best Supporting Actor win once it officially happens. I think that's like the guarantee at the Oscars this season is his supporting actor win. So I'll go with Everything Everywhere.
Yeah. I haven't seen Mother yet, but like some of you guys in this community are a little higher on it than a lot of people were when it came out. So I might need to check it out. But Everything Everywhere All at Once is my number one movie of 2022. I just love this movie. I've already seen it, I think 5 times now. So and like it just came out, so I've seen it quite a bit. I saw it twice in theaters and 3 times at home. So and it's 3 hours long. So but yeah, like especially Kiwi Kwan, man. Like there's just something about that guy. Like as a child actor, he was just like pure just happiness and fun, and even as an adult, like he still radiates that same thing. So I think that's awesome. So I really like wish the best of everything for him. So I hope he wins the award. But yeah, so Everything Everywhere All at Once. JPO.
This is also easy because I have seen Mother and Mother. It's bonkers fun in some degrees, also kind of boring some other degrees, and not everything totally gets wrapped up. While Everything Everywhere All at Once is also throwing a shit ton of ideas at you and some wackiness, but it definitely works a lot more here. And the performances in Mother cannot touch, I'd say, 4 of the top performances in Everything Everywhere. So Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Well, it's like one of the most nominated movies in like Oscar history, so that's pretty cool. So yeah.
All right, our last matchup, we have Who Framed Roger Rabbit going up against Awakenings. And Malcolm, we will start with you.
Awakenings is one of those movies which for the longest time I hadn't seen. Like I can't remember what ranking we were doing it for, but I remember Paige. It was one of the ones that Paige Robetti suggested I watch, and it's just a really amazing movie. And Robin Williams and Robert De Niro have a great sort of camaraderie in this, and it's just it's just a really good movie. Yes, but I'm gonna go Awakenings.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, Who Framed Roger Rabbit is great. It shows up a lot for good reason. But yeah, I just recently came to Awakenings for the first time, and I loved it. I think the performances from Robert De Niro and Robin Williams are really great. And, I went into it for Robin Williams because I am more of a fan of his movies than Robert De Niro. But I think Robert De Niro absolutely was the best part of this movie. I think his performance was top notch. So yeah, I think I'm also going to go with Awakenings.
Yeah. I haven't seen Awakenings, and it's one that was never on my radar until we started doing tournament fights, and now it's been brought up about 5 or 6 times here, and I probably need to get around to just watching it. And need to like I have a list of all the movies kind of in order, and I might put that one higher, like near the top of what I need to watch. But yeah, Who Framed Roger Rabbit's great. It's like probably the best hybrid animation / live action movie of all time, and it's done really, really well. And yeah, it's iconic. So I'll go with Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And speaking of awakenings, JPO. Awakening.
You'd be a little mad, but that was kind of funny.
Oh, Roger Rabbit. I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? This one's hard again. I'm just the one I've always kind of championed on here in almost any place. I think it's a beautifully told story. I love Roger Rabbit, but I'm gonna go Awakenings.
Yeah, sounds good. Richie.
Yeah, I also, I mean, Robin Williams is one of my favorite actors of all time, but the Awakenings is a blind spot, and I really need to fix that. But I haven't as of yet, as of this episode. But yeah, Who Framed Roger Rabbit is a great film as well, so I will go there.
Yeah.
All right, but Awakenings will take it 3-2.
Ooh, it's Awakenings.
I might call that an upset.
Yeah.
Which looks like my number one. Only 2 movies from my top 10 have actually showed up in this part. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, there's only 2. Okay, so be very heavy on your top 10 then tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next month. We're not. Yeah.
And neither of them is my number one. So.
Okay. Well, so now we're in the second round. Now we can fly through it. Just 10 seconds or less. Just try to vote or have a quick little something to say, and then we'll make it quick. So.
Yep. We'll start with me. Got Hook and Cabin in the Woods. I'm gonna go with Hook.
Yeah, this is tough, but yeah, I'll go with Hook. JPO.
I'm gonna go Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah. Richie.
Send Hook.
Yeah. Malcolm.
And then one of these goes to the championship too. But
oh yeah,
Hook.
Yeah, these will be the Sweet 16 moving on to the championship. So yeah, Hook
I'll write them down too. Don't worry.
All right, cool. Sounds good. I was about ready to, but sounds like you got it.
All right, Jordan Anderson, you will be first for Pokemon the first movie and Jojo Rabbit.
Oh, this is pretty easy. Pokemon. I mean, sorry.
How easy is it, really?
Well, I'm gonna have something to say about Pokemon, but then I remember this is the speeder. I was gonna say I'm like Pokemon's something that I'm like think I start to like, and then after a while I realize I'm not that into it. So that's what I was gonna say. And it's that way even with the video games. Like they always get me on like every video game, and then after like a week I'm bored and I'm done with it. So I'll go Jojo Rabbit. Yeah. JPO?
Yeah, I gotta go Jojo Rabbit here.
Yeah. Richie?
I'll go Pokemon, why not?
Yeah. Malcolm?
Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah. And Jacob?
I also would have went Jojo Rabbit.
All right. So it'll be Jojo. Moving on.
All right. Up next, we have Mary Poppins and Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, and we will start with JPO.
All right.
Austin Powers.
Yeah. Richie.
Austin Powers.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Mary Poppins.
Yeah. Jacob.
Mary Poppins.
You know what? I think this time I'll go with Austin Powers.
Oh my goodness!
So. All right. Austin Powers, because it lost last night, so justice for that.
Furious Blind Spot, yeah, Mary Poppins, Jake was like having.
Yeah.
Starting with Richie, we have Jurassic Park and Singing in the Rain.
Singing in the Park.
Yeah.
Jurassic in the Rain.
Yeah.
Actually, that's part of the movie.
Yeah,
that's part of the movie.
It's raining half the time.
Jurassic Park a musical.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Malcolm?
You know what? Jurassic Park comes up a lot. So Singing in the Rain.
Yeah. Jacob.
I would vote for Singing in the Rain regardless.
Yeah, and I gotta go Jurassic Park. JPO.
Yeah, definitely Jurassic Park for me.
Yeah, so Jurassic
Boo.
Park. Sorry, Jacob, you're not having a good night.
Malcolm, you'll be up first for True Grit and The Way, Way Back.
The way back.
I'll
Yeah.
also go with The Way, Way Back.
Yep. And I will go third The Way Back. JPO.
Ooh, truly, will give my vote to The Way, Way Back.
Sure. Yeah. Richie.
Love you, Santa. True Grit.
Sure. Be The Way Back.
Okay, I'll be up first for Star Wars and Paddington 2. Paddington 2.
I don't know. Let's think about this, guys. Like, this is Star Wars. It's got to be Star Wars, yeah. Yeah. JPO.
Just because it's not my favorite Star Wars, I'm going to go for that bear, Paddington.
Richie.
Look at that bear. Look at the bear. Look at Demon in its eyes and tell you can't vote for it.
And then someone comes with a lightsaber and just stabs it in the heart.
No, that's a different Star Wars movie.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Paddington is easily like cuter than the Ewoks.
You're right.
I don't know why I struggle saying easily.
Well, it
too.
might be cuter than the Ewoks, but there's no Ewoks in the New Hope. So.
We got Ghost in La La Land. Jordan.
All right. I think it's pretty easy. La La Land. JPO.
La La Land.
Yeah. Richie.
La La Land.
Yep. Malcolm.
La La Land.
Yeah. Jacob.
Clean Sweep.
Clean Sweep. All right.
Battle of the Kevin Smith. We have Dogma and Jay and Silent Bob, and I believe we're back down to the bottom with JPO.
I forgot about this.
That's what I've been waiting for. Now we can vote out reboot. Dogma.
Yeah. Malcolm.
That's me.
Oh.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Hello.
Richie,
yeah. Reboot's not one of those bitter ones. So Dogma.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Dogma.
Yeah. Jacob.
Dogma.
Yeah. Let's make it a clean sweep. Dogma.
And I believe that's the last one on this side. Yep.
All right.
We'll go up. Up one more. Nope, one more.
One more. There you go.
And we will go over to X-Men, Days of Future Past, and Out of the Blue.
Okay. And it's Richie, right?
Yes, it is Richie.
Yeah. Okay.
Out of the Blue.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Out of the Blue.
Yeah. Jacob.
Days of Future Past.
Yeah, it's got to be Days of Future Past for me. JPO.
Yeah, Days of Future Past.
Sorry, we haven't seen it, guys.
That's all right.
Right.
Yeah.
Down real quick. And we can move it through. And we can go on to Warrior. And the Two Towers.
What?
Oh, man. And Malcolm, we start with you.
Shyster.
Funnily enough, this is actually pretty easy. Two Towers is not my favorite Lord of the Rings. Warrior.
Oh, okay. Imagine you probably may have them all here. Jacob.
I'm going to slightly go Warrior as well.
Yeah, they're both in my 128, but Two Towers is in my top 10, so I got to go Two Towers. JPO?
Super damn tight, y'all. I've gone back and forth just listening to y'all, trying to think about what I'm going to do. I'm going to say Warrior.
Yeah. Richie?
Warrior.
Ooh, all right. Warrior. Yeah.
Warrior will move on. We go to me first for Logan and Happy Death Day, and I'm gonna go with Logan. Jordan goes with Happy Death Day.
No, I'm gonna go with Logan. No. But I wouldn't mind seeing a crossover where like Logan wakes up and relives the same day over and over. But JPO?
Yeah, Logan just stabbed Tree in the belly. Logan.
Yeah. Richie?
I'll go Happy Death Day.
Yeah. Malcolm?
Logan.
Yep. It'll be Logan.
We'll move on.
When are we gonna get the X-23 sequel? I want to see that. Come on.
Hopefully not.
Okay, Jordan Anderson, you will be first for Zodiac and Searching.
Oh, frick. Man, like on paper, like Zodiac seems like it'd be all the way, but Searching was like a big surprise. You know, I gotta go Searching. Yeah. JPO.
Oh my god, yeah, this is hard. I almost want to give Searching the vote because like I feel like in a weird way, like it's pulling off a harder task. Than even Zodiac is. But I'm just gonna keep it even and let y'all decide. I'm gonna say Zodiac.
All right. Richie.
Searching.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I want to say the crossover movie which John shows searching for the Zodiac killer.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go Searching.
It would have been weird if they had a way to do it online back then. But Jacob.
I would have went Zodiac, but Searching wins 3-2.
Because isn't Zodiac? It takes place like the 70s, right, or something like that.
It's around that time.
Something like that,
yeah.
Right. I believe we're at
me.
JPO, somebody.
JPO. Is it JPO or me?
I can't remember.
I think it's JPO. Yeah, because I went first.
JPO. Yeah, JPO.
Yeah, because I just went last. Yeah, so it's JPO first for Wizard of Oz and a street cat named Bob.
We'll go down the elevator road this time. Wizard of Oz.
I know for Toto or for Bob. What are you going for, Richie?
The Wizard of Ozzy, oi, oi, oi. What's it called?
Yeah. Malcolm?
I'm gonna go street cat named Bob because I kind of want to get the championship, so it gives Jordan a chance to watch it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Jacob?
I'm sorry, Malcolm, to crush that dream so quickly.
Yeah, we call Jacob the Dream Crusher on tournament fights. That'll be his new nickname. Yeah, I got to go with the Wizard of Oz.
Jumanji and Goodfellas. I believe we're starting with
me.
Richie.
Yeah. Goodfellas.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Goodfellas.
Yeah, Jacob.
Goodfellas.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing like a crossover of the posters, just see the Goodfellas popping out of the water like that. So it's kind of that'd be kind of funny. But yeah, Goodfellas. JPO?
Yeah, I think Goodfellas. Yeah, Goodfellas.
Yeah.
All right. You go Malcolm for the Sweeney Todd versus the Menu.
I feel like
Sweeney Todd could have worked at the
well, there's a crossover waiting to happen here.
Yeah, right.
I feel like we're going to be crushing Jacob's shoes if this time's going to go the Menu.
Yeah. Jacob?
Well, it's not my episode, but I'm going to go Sweeney Todd.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I got to go to the Menu.
You don't have to.
I mean, I've been trying to crush his dreams since last time we streamed, so I'm also the Menu.
Ooh, Richie.
The Menu, because that burger at the end looks fucking good.
Yeah, it does. I want a burger right now.
Talk about recency bias.
Yeah.
Talk about a better movie.
Speaking of recency bias, we have Jordan Anderson. You will start. No, I will start. Sorry, with Everything Everywhere All at Once and Awakenings. I'm actually going to go with Awakenings.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard for me to vote against Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's in my 128 as well already. So yeah. JPO?
Just because I'm going to predict what the next two are going to say, so prove me wrong. Awakenings.
Well, Richie.
I don't think it's better to say that phrase anymore. After so many.
Yeah.
What? Prove me wrong?
Wouldn't a Benoit thing? Anyway.
Wait, what?
Anyway, I'll get it. Yeah. It was Benoit's catchphrase. Anyway, Awakenings. That's what I was getting at. It's true.
Which one are you voting for?
Awakenings.
Okay.
You proved me wrong.
Malcolm.
Awakenings is high on my list. Awakenings.
Ooh, the Awakenings.
All right, and that's the
sad for
last
me,
one.
but
So, yep,
it's
those are
fine.
the 16 that will move on to the championship.
I can see in the future me swaying that way, but I want to give it more time.
Yeah. Did I get all 16? No, I didn't, but you probably got it, Jake.
Yeah, what was the last one? Was Awakening. Yeah, I got all 16 of them.
Somehow I only got 12. I don't know what happened, but
our first matchup, because now anything can happen because we've got the championship 16 set.
Yeah, they're already moving on, so just have some fun, or we'll pick some favorites, So
yeah, so we got Hook and Jojo Rabbit, Jordan.
Yeah, I gotta go for Jojo Rabbit because of that scene of Scarlett Johansson. She's probably on a hook hanging there, so I'll go Jojo Rabbit. JPO?
I'm not gonna say the same thing you just said, damn.
Yeah,
but I will agree with it in the end. Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah. Richie?
I'm probably thankful I kind of just tuned out just then. Anyway,
yeah.
I'm gonna say Hook.
They didn't hang her; they put her on a meat hook. I don't know. Malcolm.
I didn't see Dustin Hoffman holding up Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah. Jacob.
I would have went Hook, but Jojo Rabbit moves on.
Jojo.
We have Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, going up against Jurassic Park. JPO, we'll start with you.
Those are the two I missed. Yeah.
Groovy, baby. Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Richie.
Weird cross. Spy Shag Me.
Yeah, that'd be a very weird crossover. Malcolm.
Jurassic Park's won a tournament. I don't think Spy Who Shagged Me has Austin Powers.
Yeah, that's true. Jacob.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that'd be really weird to have like Austin Powers running around with the dinosaurs. Like, do I make you Randy, baby? Yeah, I'll go with Jurassic Park though.
All right, Jurassic Park moves on. Have the way back going up against Paddington 2. Richie.
Paddington 2.
Malcolm.
Paddington 2.
I think Paddington 2's won a tournament, I think.
It's got a good chance tonight because I'm also going Paddington 2.
You want think about something unique, you guys. Come on.
I don't know if you're just saying that so we don't vote for it, but
I know the first one has.
Just to give you something to think about, that's all.
I think the first Paddington has. The second one, I'm not sure.
Well, I guess nobody knows because Austin's the only one with that list. So, the way back. GPO?
And Mike tonight, though, Paddington 2.
Yeah. It might most nights that it's on.
And let's be fair, I don't think Austin would tell us if Paddington had won a tournament because he doesn't want it to be.
No, he doesn't have to tell us shit.
All right.
La La Land versus Dogma. Who's up?
Malcolm.
La La Land.
Yeah. Jacob.
I'm also going to go La La Land.
I think I'm going to go Dogma. Yeah. JPO?
Do it for Kev, Richie. Dogma.
Yeah.
Don't give in
Richie?
to peer pressure, Richie. Make your own decision.
If you listen to him now, that would be the most recent peer pressure, kind of.
The only one
Now if you
that
listen
owns
to
it.
him.
Come on.
No, because I was just referencing you, so the mine wasn't peer pressure. His was most recent peer pressure.
technically, by both of you telling me what to do, I'll be giving her peer pressure either way. You could accuse me of giving her peer pressure either way. But
This is more recent.
I'm gonna go Dogma.
Yay!
Yeah.
All right. So
Dogma.
what we learned is that Richie likes to give into peer pressure.
No, he didn't, because if he did, he would have been listening to you. Because you're more reason.
I didn't see Richie putting pressure on a peer. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Peer pressure. Yes. I often do that.
Oh, this is a good one. We have Days of Future Past going up against Warrior.
Coming soon to the Chuckle Hut, Malcolm Lay again. Yeah.
I believe it's me, and I'm gonna go with Warrior.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with X-Men Days of Future Past, I think. JPO?
The Warrior, come out and play. Yay.
Yeah. Richie?
Once we're Warrior. I know it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that one's out. Malcolm?
Justice for Out of the Blue, Warrior.
Oh, it'll be Warrior.
Warriors moving on. Jordan Anderson, you will be up first for Logan and Searching.
To make it easy, Logan. JPO.
Logan.
Yeah. Richie?
Searching.
But X-Men just lost, so just think about that. We want one in there.
Searching. I have thought about it.
Yeah. That wasn't long enough. Think about it some more. Malcolm.
Searching.
Search your mind and see which one is a better movie. Jacob?
Logan.
Yeah. Logan.
All right, back down to JPO for The Wizard of Oz and Goodfellas.
Yeah, they're gonna take the Wizard of Oz into the back corner room, and then he's gonna realize there's I didn't have a finished joke there. Goodfellas.
We're gonna say, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Come on. As they shoot him. Yeah. Richie?
Yeah, I got no joke. Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. Malcolm?
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. Jacob?
Well, what did JPO actually vote for?
Goodfellas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because they're gonna follow the blood-splattered road. I'm also gonna go with Wizard of Oz, though.
There you go. That was a joke.
Yeah. Which is the one that has no heart in the Wizard of Oz? Is that the Tin Man? Is that the lion? Can't remember.
The Tin Man.
Yeah, they're gonna try to rip out the Tin Man's heart and realize, he has no heart.
Courage.
They can't do it.
Yeah. Courage.
Yeah. So, Goodfellas.
All right, but Wizard of Oz is moving on 3-2.
I like the Family Guy joke where it's like, I'm gonna miss you most, Tin Man. It's like the Kelly one's like, that's a weird thing to say right in front of us.
Right in front of us, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Richie, we got The Menu and Awakenings.
The Menu.
Malcolm.
Awakenings.
Yeah. Jacob.
I'm also gonna go Awakenings.
Justice for Everything Everywhere All at Once. The Menu. JPO.
Justice for Justice Smith. Awakenings.
Why? Because all the bright places are on it.
Exactly. Richie
was his dad in the movie or something?
I said that for no reason.
This guy knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. Jojo Rabbit.
I really make it small now. Jojo
J.O.
Rabbit and Jurassic
JP.
Park.
J.O. versus JP, and JPO is here. But who's first?
We're starting with Malcolm.
Jojo Rabbit.
Jacob.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I gotta go Jurassic Park. Hold on to your butts, JPO.
Jojo Rabbit.
Richie, I guess it's down to you. Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park will move on. We have Paddington 2 going up against Dogma.
Ooh, okay.
And
It's you, I think.
Yeah, I think it's you. Yeah.
Okay, Paddington 2.
The reason behind this, why I'm doing this, I'm voting for Paddington 2 actually this time.
No, well, okay.
You'll find out why in the next round. JPO.
Suspicious.
Is this my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it was everyone's turn. Oh shit. Paddington 2.
That's what the bear said when he came up against this match. He's like, "Oh shit!"
He's like, "Oh shit!"
That's when I hear the.
And no one knows the
bear
third one's
just,
gonna
like,
be. Third one's gonna be R-rated.
square. Yeah.
Well, it's PG-13. You can allow one F word.
Yeah. Where's my marmalade, motherfucker?
Yeah. It's
Paddington
gonna be
3, voiced by Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a Paddington and Ted crossover.
I think they're probably just glad that Paddington's not in the public domain, because otherwise that guy who made Winnie the Pooh would make a Paddington Marmalade, like him.
Give it a few years.
Blood and Marmalade.
Yeah, Blood and Marmalade.
That's
Yeah,
how he
I
murders
want to see
people.
that.
Yeah, I'll go Dogma.
Somebody's got to make that parody trailer. Somebody out there, do it. Malcolm?
So I suspect Jordan wants Paddington to move forward because it makes his job easier the next round. So I'm going to go Dogma.
That's part of it.
It's a little too late, though, because Paddington's...
It's still 22.
And then on the next side, we have Warrior and Logan. Oh, man.
Ooh. Man, Hugh Jackman versus Tom Hardy. Which,
Jordan, we're starting with you.
Yeah, which a lot of people were championing Tom Hardy to play the Wolverine, so, but, I mean, I always got to go with Logan, so Logan. JPO?
Logan.
Richie?
Warrior.
Yeah. Malcolm?
Warrior.
And Jacob?
Oh, man, I'm looking at my list. This is my 19th against my 25th favorite movie.
Ooh.
The one I have higher.
Can.
The one I have higher is Warrior.
Oh, didn't want to flip flop. That's how it is.
You can't flip flop. No, I was just kidding. We have Wizard of Oz going up against Awakenings. I believe we're at JPO.
Ooh, this is kind of interesting because Wizard of Oz is kind of like all a dream, isn't it? Sort of.
Yeah, and we should wake up from that dream. Awakenings.
Yeah. Richie.
Wizard of Oz.
Malcolm.
Awakenings.
Jacob.
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, Wizard of Oz. There's just like so much fun stuff going on there and horrifying stuff. So.
All right, we're down to the final four.
Final four. Let's go.
We have Jurassic Park. You went up against Paddington 2, and Richie, we will start with you.
So the reason why is that I want to see a dinosaur just rip that bear's head off. Come on, let's do it. Rip him off the toilet.
that bear is gonna kill the one of the dinosaurs with kindness. He's gonna offer him a sandwich, and then they're gonna walk hand in hand into the sunset. So I'm gonna go Paddington 2.
Little did they know that a marmalade is poison to dinosaurs, and they just kills them. Malcolm.
Also, I think Richie just jumped the gun because I think JPO was supposed to go before him.
Oh, okay. Well, really? Well, JPO, what do you think?
Yeah, we can go to
he also even stole my bit. That's just the horrible part. I was going to mention now, like the bear would win over the dinosaur, but I can't do that now. I don't know what to do with myself. No, but I'll still vote for it.
Can't vote for it.
No, Paddington 2. Paddington 2.
All right. Malcolm.
I think we've had this matchup before because I'm pretty sure someone has made that joke before.
Yeah, I think it was me as well. I think it was like, I'm a hack. I'm sorry.
But yeah,
not if you steal your own material.
Who has the better director? Who has the better cast? Who has the better special effects? Who has the better? Let's keep going.
But yeah, according to our resident fact checker Brian, both of these movies, Paddington 2 has actually won a tournament. But that being said,
they both have.
Paddington 2 is getting my vote.
Yeah, I gave him that nickname because he he literally like fact checks the description of my video 5 seconds after I post it every time. So, Jacob.
I'm also going Paddington too.
Oh,
You're fine back.
Oh man, we're never gonna get off that weird train.
Now you know how Jacob feels.
Yeah. We're gonna have Billy Madison in every tournament now from here on out.
Look, we're going to get off the Paddington 2 train when Paddington 3 comes out, and it'll be just as good.
Well, I'm voting for Jurassic Park, but it doesn't matter.
And now we will start with Richie.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, actually, I'm gonna take his turn now. I'm voting for Warrior. How you like them apples?
I don't. Yeah.
You know what?
You know what? I'm indifferent about it, so you can't affect me.
Yeah. All right, well, Richie.
Yeah. Now I'll go. Yeah, I'll go Warrior.
Well, to be fair, Jacob did say in the last round. All right, Richie, you're first. Go ahead. So,
I don't remember saying that at all.
I'm pretty sure you said it, but
We'll watch the replay later.
We'll watch the replay. Oh, just let me end it first.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Warrior.
Yeah, Jacob.
Warrior.
Yeah, I gotta go Warrior. JPO.
I'm gonna stick with Warrior.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Let's zoom it back in a little bit.
This is a great finals.
Yeah, because you know what I want to see Tom Hardy do to that bear.
Did we find out that Paddington 2 had one?
Well, apparently it was in the 100th episode because Brian left a comment that said
it was the first Paddington.
Yeah, Paddington 2's already won, so think about that, guys.
Hold on, are we sure? Is Jordan just saying this? I don't trust that.
No, we're sure about it. We're absolutely 100% sure. We know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't check. I mean, Brian.
Okay.
Oh yeah, man.
I'm gonna take your word.
Brian was the movie hero looking at you.
Fitting. It's Malcolm's 128, and he gets to start the finals off.
All right, here we go.
So I mean, I know Austin isn't here, but I think both of them have actually won. So I think it's not going to be a unique winner for this time round. So I'm going to go Paddington 2.
Okay. You're off the stream, Malcolm. Jacob.
I'm
all going to be off the.
I have
us all here.
I have Warrior higher on my personal list. I'm going Warrior.
Yeah. And I have Warrior just like a country mile higher on my list. So I'm going to go with Warrior.
700 spots higher.
Yeah. Give or take, yeah. But GPO.
I love them both, but I'm going to leave it up to Richie and vote for that bear.
I knew this was going to fucking happen. I just knew it. So anyway.
Richie, do you want to come back on the show? Do you want to be welcome?
You know.
Hey, that shouldn't be a thing.
No.
You need me. I'm an
if we need a good pinch hitter and stuff, we need all that.
Look, I mean, you keep saying like Tom Hardy could kick ass, but you forget Joel Edgerton won the tournament, and he's going to win this tournament.
Yeah,
so,
that is true.
Warrior.
Oh, Warrior! Yes, you're welcome back anytime. All right,
there's your winner.
But like, no, I don't mind that you love Paddington. Like, that's cool. I'm just
yeah, we're just
it's all in good fun. Yeah. So Warrior, all right. Which I don't know if Warriors won a tournament. I don't think so, but
I mean,
tournament.
Austin, we need Austin here. He's the only one that has it written down. Actually, I took the 2 hours to go through everything and figure it out.
Someday you gotta do a Hardy versus Edgerton tournament fights.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one actually. But I'll have to see how many Edgerton.
Edgerton only have a lot of Australian movies you haven't seen.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if we include all those Australia ones, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, like, because I know, like, when I was doing the like random daily tournament things on the Take 3 Facebook page, like some, I think it was Jordan that suggested Dermot Mulroney versus Dylan McDermott.
Yeah.
If we did that matchup, a lot of the movies no one's ever heard or ever seen, so it's going to be a really interesting tournament.
You need to just do one that just like these obscure movies no one's ever seen and just see what happens. Like just random movies like we never even heard of. Like what the hell
know.
is this
I could
movie?
do a whole New Zealand movie tournament.
Yeah, I never heard of like Mrs. Fanny Goes to Space or whatever, like some random thing, whatever. Yeah. But
I mean, look, I'll be able to contribute to that, and no one else. Maybe if you do New Zealand, Australia, you can get Jake Marangoni on here too.
yeah, or we could do like a tournament of like 2 big exclusives, and then Richie, since you have a show, watch him. You'll be the only one that has seen him, so we can do that. Yeah, but yeah, that was fun, guys.
Yeah, I don't think Tubi have that many exclusive movies.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, but yeah, that's fun. So we got our winner. We got our Sweet 16 for the championship. So we'll be back here in a month from now to do Malcolm's Part 2. So we'll look forward to seeing most of his top 10 probably in the next tournament. So
yeah,
yeah. So but yeah, we'll do some plugs and that'll do it.
I've got to jump off. So
sure, yeah. If you want to go first, Malcolm. Yeah, go for it.
But yeah, you can find me on Take Few Productions. Next Sunday we're doing on Mancom, we're doing top 12 Paul Rudd movies. Richie's going to be there. And pretty much you can find me around on Movie Hero and Full Metal doing trivia and these tournaments all over the place. So yeah. And plus Jordan needs me because I help make the brackets. I make the more fancy ones. Sometimes the fancy ones he needs.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, we appreciate that. So yep.
So,
all right.
See his.
Bye, Malcolm. Love you.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll go to JPO. Where can we find you?
Woo! So yeah, I was having a light kind of week or so because I'm also coming off of a little bit of sickness here, but we're getting back to normal here. Tomorrow we'll be doing some trivia over at the Pearsco channel, good old movie trivia, as well as next week we'll continue that tournament. Pierce Wrestling, we're also doing some wrestling stuff. And speaking of wrestling on this channel, literally these three mofos and Austin as well. We do a Lonely Marks podcast on Thursdays.
Why we gotta be mofos?
Why can't we be mofos? And speaking of Tubi, Hunter X on Tubi now.
Oh yeah, Hunter X. We'll go see that starring JPO. Yeah. We'll just say that.
Starring
yeah,
harsh word.
Yeah, but
talk about snubs at the office.
Yeah. Me, Sandler. Yeah, some of the biggest snubs of the year.
Yeah, I mean, you could have made best cameos, maybe, but
next year
should have at least been on the short list.
Yeah, but Richie, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Tournament Fights here, Anchor. I might be on the Al Pacino versus Robert De Niro, just depending on the moving situation. But keep out of that. But other than that, I mean, beyond that, I've signed up for nearly fucking everything, so you'll see my face enough. And you can catch me on this channel, Tier Ranker as well. I think I just said that. Anyway, cool. Yeah, you can catch me on Lonely Marks and ECW Dream Card, or the card we're doing with the roster we drafted. And catch me on doing wrestling trivia, on Combat Wrestling Trivia, and on JPO's channels doing movie trivia as well. You can catch me at my Tubi podcast called Tell 'em That's Dreamin'. We just uploaded yesterday. The Curse of Humpty Dumpty, which is kind of weirdly in line with it's good, sort of dovetails nicely with Winnie Pooh, Blood and Honey. So yeah, and I just want to film me next to Zombie Apocalypse with Ving Rhames and Tara Manning. Which is one of those movies where the big stars are on the poster. They're hardly in it. So anyway, interesting.
Wow. Nice.
But yeah, so you check out for that. And yeah, no, all good. I might have by the time we come out next time, I might have a different background because I'll be in a different place. So
oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Well
moving in with me. We're gonna be roommates. It's gonna be a sitcom.
Yeah. Gonna be two guys and JPO's cats and Richie's dogs in a sitcom.
Two guys, no girls, and lots of pizza.
Yeah. Yeah. But Jacob, where can we find you?
You can
Move it
catch
in with
me
me and Richie. It's gonna be 3 of us in a sit.
Yeah.
Lots of pizza.
Yeah.
No
Even
girl.
more pizza than before.
They're no longer lonely.
Same amount of girls.
Yeah.
Which is
still
0.
still 0 girls for Valentine's,
Happy Valentine's Day.
That works out. Yeah.
I'm depressed now.
Yeah.
No, you can catch me around here, like they mentioned, Lonely Marks on Thursday, ECW, Elimination Chamber, talking wrestling. Austin and I do a podcast about movies. We just recently, this past Saturday, did our top 10 Marvel movies, kind of to tie into the release of Ant-Man and the Wasp coming up this week, because we will also in a week from Friday be doing our tier ranker of the MCU movies and TV shows. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So
be cool.
Looking forward to that. And yeah, that's kind of it. I'm around here.
Yeah, he'll be around here, and he'll be on the animation stuff coming up too. So yeah, but and I'll just say Happy Singles Awareness Day if you're single out there. So, and I've got my eye on a girl. Maybe I sent a girl some flowers, so we'll see how that goes. So
I've also got my eye on a girl. I mean, she doesn't know I'm outside, but I'm
yeah.
I think I got poison ivy from the bushes, but yeah.
She doesn't know that I was outside, like peering through her window. Yeah.
I can't go close enough to look through the window anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's a little cold out here to be doing that. I think we just got a snowstorm tonight, but you can find us on all the social medias at Movie Hero 2121 on Twitter and Instagram. You can find also a lot on my personal Instagram, Jordan83616, and then we won't have a poll for tonight's episode. We're gonna wait until the championship for Malcolm, so just we'll let you know about that. I'll come in like 2 months probably. But you can find a lot of information for the channel over in the Schmodown Friends and Family group, though. There's a schedule over there if you want to sign up for some episodes. We posted that recently. And then we have a Patreon that we've been trying to hype up a lot lately. That's patreon.com/movie hero. We're doing some exclusive trivia, we recorded our first trivia match, but it took forever I did the edits, but then to do the rendering part was like 5 hours long for whatever reason. So I had to wait a little bit to be able to upload, and then I got busy. So I'm going to try to get it up there either tomorrow or Thursday. So just watch for that. It'll be coming because I'm getting close to being ready to film the next one. I've been working on that already. All I got to do is just clip out some music, and I'll be reaching out to some people who haven't been on the show or haven't played trivia yet, going up against our champion, which I won't say who it is. You got to watch to find out who the grand champion is, but he will be returning and to face a new panel. So, and then we'll also have some podcast episodes that'll be popping up on the channel, which funny enough, we did an animation draft a while back. I still haven't gotten around to like finishing the edits on that either, so I got to get that up there too. So there's some stuff coming. It's just finding enough time to be able to edit all this and get it up there. And then you can watch it. I don't have any dates or anything set, but I will be doing some Snack Heroes and some video game streams. Probably like this weekend sometime, maybe like Sunday. It's kind of looking like a free day for me, but actually maybe not, because I actually found out we're doing a Full Metal Random Sunday night, but I'll probably have some time during the day. But the Full Metal Random is going to be on TV characters. Malcolm's just going to show a picture of a TV character, and we have to guess who it is. So that's what it's going to be. So, and then just a little preview of what we have coming up on the channel. So, let's see. We have the De Niro versus Pacino match that we mentioned coming up Friday. Then we're going to be doing Steven Shepard's Part 2 next week of his 128. And then we're going to be getting back into our animation series with best movies from 2017 until now. And funny enough, like I put out the signups for everything, and the animation episodes were like some of the most popular. Like like those are pretty much full, like with everyone or for guests. So yeah, but and then we have best movie duos coming up, and Malcolm sent me a little preview of the graphics that he's making. They're actually really, really cool. They look like the little portraits you would have on like your desk of like your like two best friends kind of hanging out together. He did that for like all the graphics, so it looks pretty cool. Then we're going to be getting to Malcolm's Part 2 actually sooner than later in early March. And then we have our 2014 ladder series coming up. We always do a 3-parter, usually just in 1 week, to just kind of bang through it quickly. So we'll be doing that. And then we also have best movie teams, which is like more like we wanted to make it best ensemble movies, but we decided that that's going to be way too many movies. So it's best movie team. So it's like which team do you like better? Do you like the group from The Sandlot better, or the group of kids from the Goonies better? Do you like Ocean's 11, that group, or do you like the team from like Snatch or something like that? You know, like which team do you like better? Then we also have best found footage movies. I'll just throw that one in there coming up. Which that one we had planned for last year around Halloween. We had to push that one way back. So yeah, but that's kind of a little preview. If you hear anything that sounds interesting to you, we got a couple spots open. So if anyone wants to jump on any of those, just reach out to me and you can let me know. If you have any ideas for like a bunch of episodes, we do have an email. It's down in the description, but it's moviehero2121@gmail.com. And if you're watching this, even on the replay, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, that's probably like the best thing you can do to help our channel out to get closer to being monetized. Is we're doing a big push for subscribers. We're only about 7 subscribers away from 200, and then we're going to be doing a giveaway. Austin's got a little Dawn of the Dead box set that he's going to be giving away. So yeah, when we get to 200, it'll just be a subscriber at random. So we'll just kind of just like
randomly choose me.
Yeah, we're gonna randomly choose JPO for a box set. Yeah,
Jacob has enough Blu-rays. He doesn't watch half of them already.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll do it.
Shipping to Richie's too much. Definitely not Richie.
Yeah, probably we're gonna end up doing it. Just put the numbers 1 through 200 in a wheel, and whichever one comes up, we're gonna go down the list and just whatever number you are, and then that'll be the winner. So yeah, but that was fun, guys. So yeah, we've been doing good about just making it a little over 3 hours. So yeah, thanks for keeping it shorter for tournament fights. I mean, it could be long for some shows, but it's short for us. So, but yeah, that'll do it. So for JPO, for Richie, for Jacob, for Malcolm. I have been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we will. Oh yeah, and also for Matt. Don't forget about Matt. Yeah, I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we'll see you next time.